Well, I don't even know what I should say about this next topic, but maybe I'll take a break.
Gather your thoughts.
I'll gather my thoughts. I guess you've guessed what the next topic is. Yeah. What do you say? I don't know.
I mean, there's a story in the paper.
I know. There's a story in the paper about Artie. And I'm so upset about the story that, you know, I was actually hoping it wouldn't come out.
Yeah. And we were, we had a couple of days of grace.
I thought we were out of the woods with that. I thought that basically, I actually was kind of impressed that, Artie's family has said all along this is a family matter. And we're not going to talk about Artie's situation. And I was glad they said that. And then I was even more sort of surprised, remarkably surprised and glad that Artie's situation has been kept quiet.
Well, I was shocked because, as I said, there are so many of these outlets now. There's internet places, there's all of the TV shows that people and the tabloids themselves, and somehow or other they're always hunting for information.
Yeah, and I really would love to know who the scumbag is who releases that information to the press, who sneakily finds something out and then tells the press, because this really is a private matter and something that has got me so distressed and so upset and so just bewildered. I don't even know what to think. I'm angry about it. I'm sad about it. I'm just all over the place emotionally about this whole thing. I've been working with Artie, as we all have, for 9 years or so. Okay, so I don't know. I'm pissed off that the story got out there. Pissed off at the shithead who had who maybe got paid $10 to tip off, page 6.
Yeah, what do you get out of that, really?
And honestly, I don't know what to say about this story because it's such a mind-boggling thing that's gone down that, I don't even want to in any kind of way say the wrong thing or I think the word is exacerbate the situation. It's just, I don't even, this is a family matter. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I work with Artie. I love Artie. I said to people the other day, just remember how great Artie is and what a wonderful guy he is. He's got a good heart, Artie. And I know everybody has their demons. I've said this many times. Everyone has their demons. Everyone. Except Fred. Everyone has their demons. I think Fred
is a demon. He doesn't have one. He is one.
Everyone has their demons, and that including myself. But he's wrestling with some serious stuff, Artie.
Well, right now his demons are getting the better.
They are. And I only wish him well. And I hesitate to even, read this story, but I guess it's out there.
Well, people can read it for themselves. I mean, I don't think that...
I just feel weird about it. I don't know what to do or what to say, or not that there's anything to do.
It's a terrible position to be in.
It is.
Because it leaves you... we were talking about someone else's plight the other day. And, surely the family isn't ready to come on the air and talk about it.
Right.
And that's the situation we're in. There's no way we could talk about this rationally or have some perspective on it because it's too close.
Yeah. Well... So I don't know what to do. By reading the story, is it a bad thing? I don't know. I guess it's out there. It's going to be all over the place.
It wouldn't matter one way or the other because it is out there.
Right.
And it'll be, once it appears there, it will be picked up by all of the other services.
Well, then maybe we should comment because, quite frankly, everyone else is going to be commenting.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, and I can't imagine what they'll be saying.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's our fault.
Oh, I don't think so.
No, it's not, but it's the Howard Stern show.
Right. Well, all right. Well, here we go. Page 6, Stern sidekick and suicide try. Troubled comic Artie Lange landed in the hospital. I just feel sick about this. I don't even want to
Well, that's
read
why I said I don't think you should
All right.
read it.
I'm sorry.
If people see it, they see it.
Yeah.
How it would be like the Johnsons coming on to talk about their daughter.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. I don't know what to do in this situation. There's nothing to do. But Artie's demons run deeper than I ever knew. And...
Well, I mean, nobody knows. I don't know how deep your demons run.
Yeah.
I'm not in your head.
Right. But...
You can only go by what people tell you.
I knew what was going on, and when I went on that Stern fan network...
And saw those...
And people were just bad-mouthing Artie all over the place and talking about... basically, he's a hack, he's no talent. And it was just one negative comment after another. It just made me sick because I knew what was going on with Artie. And I just got really affected. That's when I said, you could make a list of all the great things Artie contributed to this show. And you could sit there and have a laugh riot just to all the little off-the-cuff comments and also some of the stories he told and... Just all the things he's been a part of.
Characters he created, those impressions, the dialogue he'll add to, any situation.
Artie, the reason that I hired Artie is because right away from day one, the day I met him with Norm Macdonald introduced me to him on the show. Norm brought him in with me, into the show to be interviewed. And I really didn't know Artie's work. I was not a fan of... the show he did, Mad TV. And I certainly didn't know him, but he came in and he was a fan of the show, so he knew the show. And he started to tell some stories and kind of in a very charming way, he would reluctantly tell his story. You'd have to drag it out of him a little bit.
Right. Norm sort of threw him under the bus.
Right. He'd say, hey, Artie, tell him when you did all the coke and when you were supposed to do the movie. And he'd be like, oh, I didn't want to say that.
Man.
And then he'd go into, and he'd start to say stuff. And then after Norm would leave, I'd say to myself, gee, I love Norm, but boy, where's that guy Artie? I mean, when are we going to get him back in? And then Norm showed up again, I think, with Artie. And it was great. It was great fun. And when Jackie was gone from the show, and I started to have certain people sit in the chair, the guy I kept thinking about was Artie, every time he was around. And Artie was one of those guys who would sit in the chair, and he didn't feel like he had to be on every 2 seconds. And at first, I didn't even know what to do with Artie. At first, when we brought him into the show, I thought that maybe, like Jackie, I'd say to Artie, well, why don't you write a few lines or something, because that was Jackie's primary function. He would sit there and write a line or go into a writing session with us and write. And Artie wouldn't do that. That's not Artie's thing. Artie said, I don't know how to do that. That's not my thing. And so he would kind of sit there and every once in a while chime in. And what was so charming about it was he knew instinctively not to rain on the chemistry or the way Robin and I communicate. He fit himself in a way that wasn't obtrusive, which is by no means easy. And he didn't always wait for me to direct conversation to him. And I don't want this to sound like a eulogy. Artie's alive, by the way. It was a suicide attempt. But the reason Artie was so great is that he fit into the show and didn't get in the way, only contributed when he knew he had something important to say or something funny to say, which is by no means easy.
Yeah, I remember, like we would sometimes just, in a passing comment, because we were having a lot of different people sit in. And we were like, boy, Artie's incredible. Artie's really fun to work with.
Yeah. Fun guy.
He fits in.
Yeah. And so I really had great, I just had great admiration for Artie's talent and the way he fit into the show. And again, like Robin or Fred, I never had to sit with Artie and explain to him how the show worked. I never had to sit there and say, Artie, here's your role, and this is what I want you to do. Because once you have to do that, then the guy's not right for the show. Hey, you got to kind of...
And almost everybody else who sat in that chair, they usually needed some kind of guidance.
Yeah. You know, I think the only other guy I could think of at that time that would have worked in that chair that I even considered was Jimmy Kimmel. You know, but Jimmy, of course, had his TV show going and all that. But Artie fit the bill from day one. And Artie actually had it with Hollywood. He was not good going off to Hollywood. He just said, I want to live in Jersey, be near my mother and sister, be near all my friends. And the job made sense to him. You know, he wasn't interested in living in L.A. anymore. And I got lucky. I was the lucky one because he said, okay, I'll agree to do it. And I was like, oh, great, because this makes my life easier when you got a guy with that much talent and that much sort of intuitive ability to understand you. It's rare. You know, and people have said to me from time to time when they would say, you know, these guys on Stern Fan Network who were making these horrible comments about Artie over and over and over again. And I know it represents a very small part of the audience. But they were just making these comments, and I said, boy, how easily people forget how difficult it is to incorporate someone into a show and not to destroy the chemistry, but to make it great and all the great Artie moments and all that stuff. And, you know, through it all, thick and thin, I've always tried to maintain my loyalty to Artie. And at times it's very trying because Artie has had some rough times. And sometimes even people would come to me and say, well, it's not fair. Guy's not showing up for work sometimes. And, you know, when he does, sometimes he's not all there and this and that and the other thing. And I guess because of his great talent and also my great affection for him, I would... Right, it wasn't that he was just not showing up. He had a real problem. He had a real problem. So I certainly wish Artie well. I haven't spoken with Artie. Robin has. Tim has. You know, I don't know. I just haven't... I don't know. I don't even... I'm just freaked out. I don't know what the hell to do. I figured if Artie wants to talk to me, he's going to call me. Well, I don't know that he's... I don't think he's at that point. Yeah. No. At some point, I'm sure he will. But, you know, I only wish him well. And, you know, I don't know what it's going to be. But it was pretty upsetting when I heard the news, and it was like, ay. This is just too much to bear. And my thoughts go to his mother and his sister, who I am sure are in great pain. Absolutely. Yeah. Because that's mind-blowing. So I'm upset. I've been down about it. Yeah, we haven't talked much about it. Yeah, and I haven't talked. You and I haven't talked much about. Robin and I spoke a little bit about it, but we haven't. None of us have really talked about it because around here we weren't sure even who knew what. Right. You know, and we didn't want to be the ones spreading any gossip about Artie. There were people here who are you know, close to Artie and stuff, didn't know what was going on. And I would not, you know, they came to me and said, what's going on? And I said, it's a family matter. I can't comment. And I don't even know what I know is right. I don't know. You know, I just backed off because everybody comes to me to gossip. Right. And I didn't want to gossip about Artie. You know, and I've been upset about Artie for, you know, a long time, as we all have. And you know, and I've had my private conversations with Artie, and that's the way I choose to deal with it. Mm-hmm. You know. But anything that I have to say to Artie, I say it to Artie directly. And, you know, that's that. I've told him what I think. I told him what I think he should do. But, you know, guy's got to do his thing. He's an adult. He got to do what he wants to do. And, you know, can only help by being supportive and saying, we're there for you. Yeah, this is a particularly difficult, because you don't know what to do. You know, you can only do so much. You can talk,
cajole, nag, you know, but as you say, it's up to that adult to make the final decision.
And I'm sure some people in the audience right now are very curious. And the reason I'm not reading the article, and it's just, I don't know, there's something inside of me that doesn't want to be the one to spread. I know it's going to be all over the place, and it's going to be in the news. Once it's in page 6.
But once again, you know, if a relative of yours, you don't go running to the press.
Right.
You know, you just, and this is a sort of family.
Yeah.
You know, we're very close here. We care about each other a great deal. You know, sometimes when I'm talking about the show and people, you know, they have these images of what goes on here. And I say, I do. I love everybody I work with. And I really enjoy seeing them. I enjoy seeing them thrive. And it tears my heart out if somebody's going through some pain.
Yeah. Yeah, so it just feels weird for me to be the one, you know, maybe in a couple of days. I don't know what's good, but I just the whole thing's a mess.
Well, you know what this is like? I mean, a lot of times, you know, we're the first people to tell people of others' tragedies.
Right.
And, you know, we've had people call up and go, oh, you guys are heartless. You know, what if this was happening to you? And this is what it's like when it's happening to you.
Yeah.
You don't want to talk about it.
Hey, Mike, you're on the air.
Howard.
Hey.
Hey, man. I think Artie's the greatest thing that happened to the show. It was a breath of fresh air because, you know, Jackie would laugh at his own jokes and he'd get upset.
Jackie did a good job
Let's
for us.
bury Jackie.
Forget Jackie.
Oh,
You know, that's the other thing. I know that really bothers Artie, that he was always, like, compared with Jackie. He goes, it's not,
there was no way. He's a star. Jackie
Right.
was just...
Jackie was Jackie and Artie is Artie.
Right.
They're no two.
I to compare the two when you're reading on the Stern Network, that's ridiculous. And Artie was the greatest thing that happened to this show. And sure, he's had his ups and downs, but so did Jackie.
Right.
Everybody's got to understand. And if anybody, Howard, can put this in the right perspective, you would if you talked about it. I'm not asking you to. I don't get it in Florida, so I won't read it probably for a while. But if anybody would set it straight, it would be you. And, you know, that's all I got to say about that.
When you read it, it's so painful. That's why, I mean, it's just so mind-blowing to me that
I understand. That's why I'm not even going to say yes.
All right. I just feel weird about it. I don't know. I can't even tell you why. It's probably stupid. But maybe Robin says it best. It's just like, it's just, when you're like a family, it's like, ooh.
Sure. I mean, I'm
you don't know
Italian,
what
too.
to say.
So I know exactly where the family's coming from. Italians, you know, we keep everything to ourselves.
Exactly. It's one Italian to another, you understand. So thank you. All right, Mike.
All us Italians
All us Italians know. Thanks, Mike. Pete, go ahead.
Hey, now.
Hey, now.
Hey, I just wanted to say I appreciate the way you handled the Artie thing with the respect. As a recovering addict myself, I've been there, and I just love Artie. He's my hero. He's hilarious. He does great on the show, and you guys have just handled it so well.
Okay. Thank you, Pete. All right. There you go. Marianne from Brooklyn.
Howard, I know he's kidding. I can't believe it, Howard. I just read it. I shared so many nasty words with Artie back and forth, but really, I cannot believe it that he is so sick. And Artie, I hope and pray that you'll get better. I don't think it's I just don't know what to say, Howard, and I cannot believe
It's
it,
a real
Howard,
tragedy. It's a real tragedy.
Sick to my stomach,
Right.
and I feel like I hope and pray that Artie will be better to come back and tell us that he's well, and his mother and his sister. I met them, Howard, so many times. They were so good to me, and Artie and me had this thing going, love, hate, but that's something, Howard, I never expected to hear ever in a million years.
All right,
and I'm
Marianne.
heartbroken, Howard, over Artie.
All right. Thanks, Marianne. Well, there you go. What can I tell you? Maybe today's sad day because Charlie Murphy's stopping by. His wife just died.
I know.
Yeah.
Is he out already?
Yeah. His wife just died a
Couple of weeks
couple
ago.
of weeks ago. He's coming in. He's got something going
I
on.
guess he had a gig.
Yeah. And Curtis Lee was stopped by to tell you how he lost his gig.
Oh, God. You know.
Man.
Today's not a great day if you're looking for an up kind of show. Well, I tell you what, since we got back from vacation, I've been like sitting here thinking about Artie. You know, I mean, it's like it's been weird not talking about him that much, and
but it made me feel better because we were being positive. You know, we were just thinking well of Artie. We weren't talking about the specifics and just the good parts.
It's a miracle he's alive. So it is. It's a miracle.
Oh, I know it's a miracle.
But I don't know. I don't even know what condition he's in now,
Well, he's doing well physically.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Howard. I just read the article. I can understand why you don't want to read it over the air.
I'm not even sure why I don't. I think maybe I'm in some kind of denial or something. That I don't want to face it.
We are. We've been sitting here like everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
It's very painful, but do you know if there's like an address we can send cards to or anything to let them know that?
I don't know that.
I don't know.
You don't? Okay. I'm just really upset. I love Artie, and I really miss him. And
you could probably send them. You could probably send them to us, and we could get them to Artie.
That's okay. You could do that. Then we'll take care of it.
Okay, thanks, Howard.
Give 𝗦𝗵cie something to do.
Okay.
Do you think this will go well?
Yeah. You know what? Actually, I'm going to make I'm going to refute what Robin just said. Don't send them here because 𝗦𝗵cie's head will explode. I don't think he can handle one more thing. It'll all end up in my bag. Yeah, Artie will never see the cards. Mary, don't send them here. It's a big mistake.
Okay.
All
right, thank you.
You can send them here.
Thank you.
Robin will handle everything. Gary has medicated Pete, I remember, to help him with the cards.
There you go. He's his assistant.
Yeah. Gary's taking medicated Pete under his wing.
Yes, he's been staring at me all morning.
Yeah.
What's that? What are you going? I don't know.
Oh, my God. He's like over Gary's shoulder like a parrot.
You just saw my day.
Pete, what are you doing?
Pete, what are you doing?
What?
Oh, go in already.
Yeah, come in. No one. I said we should keep Pete as an intern, but nobody knew what to do with him. Are you doing anything out there?
Staring at Gary.
Yeah. So what do? You just stand there? Does Gary have you doing anything?
Yeah, I'm like answering phones and stuff.
Yeah.
What are you answering? What kind of phones are you answering?
There's always somebody answering phones. You mean you're screening the phones?
That's a scary thought, by the way. Wow.
Howard, the interns, we have 3 interns that answer the phones in the morning, not the phones that Will screens, but just the people call on the regular line, and we get a lot of good stuff that way, so someone's got to answer those phones.
So medicated Pete's like the...
He's the gatekeeper?
He's the gatekeeper.
He's one of the gatekeepers, yes. But he does. Pete, today he's been good, but the first day he was going to be 10 times. He goes, need anything? Need anything? I said, Pete, I promise you, I'll tell you when I need you.
Yeah, Pete.
I'm in his face.
Yeah. I know it might get boring out there because we're having trouble thinking of stuff for you to do.
Well, maybe we'll give you the Artie mail.
You want to handle the Artie mail?
Sure.
All right. So if cards come in from Artie, for Artie, you'll compile them and get them to Artie?
Personally, I don't know how to get it to him.
Well, just give them to me.
Yeah,
to Robin.
I'll take care of it in the time.
Me or Tim, yeah.
You see, Pete, when Medicated Pete was here last semester, he was with Scott the engineer, so we had a function for him. Now he's kind of like...
different setting this time.
This time, it's like nobody knows what to do with him because I just said...
We just wanted to keep him around.
We just want to keep him around. So I hear primarily he just lingers around John Hine. And I think it's getting a John. I don't know. You like John Hine, right?
John's a cool dude, actually.
Yeah. So like you just kind of hang back there with him?
Yeah, we talk about stuff, you know.
Maybe you should be our spokesperson for the Artie situation. If people call in, like you could just be like a grief counselor.
You know, seriously, I wouldn't even know what to say because that's a terrible situation. So
You
Perfect.
wouldn't even know how to handle that.
That's exactly what you need to say.
It's tough.
Say to the people, I don't know what to say. This is a terrible situation, and move on. Go on to the next call.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll think of some junk for you to do. Don't worry. You know what I mean?
It's going to work out. He's only here 2 days a week now.
I know.
We only have him 2 days.
It's Mondays and Thursdays now, so
So what do you do on like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday?
just trying to, hanging out and doing,
Stay at home with your mom and stuff?
Yeah.
You mean you're doing nothing?
Well, I am getting myself out there because people are recognizing me now, are around town and stuff. So
What do you mean you're getting yourself out there?
Are you parlaying it into something?
I'm trying to. Yeah.
I know you have a website.
I do.
Yeah, we were on there.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good website. Yeah, way to go.
A lot of hits, actually.
Yeah. How many hits is
JD's in the house. What's up?
Hey, JD.
We got, I don't know, did you want to answer your question? Or?
What's up?
What?
We got an email. I got an email about Pete that he got thrown out of a bar recently for like sticking his tongue out at a girl and stuff.
Wait, man, don't get crazy.
What are you doing?
You're acting like a rock star.
This was over the holidays. I overindulged a little bit, and yes, this is
What
true.
did you do?
Well, I got a little crazy at the local tavern, and
And you stuck your tongue out at a girl?
I don't even remember I did that.
You were that wasted.
It was at the Globe Hotel in down in Jersey, and yeah, I got a little rambunctious, as they say, over the holidays.
Do you go in there and tell him you're medicated Pete, and then you...
Medicated Pete.
Well, the everybody there knows who I am. So.
Did you ever say, don't you know who I am?
You're lucky to get my attentions.
Someone told me you're selling T-shirts now, huh?
Yes, so I'm
What's
getting
up
that
with
going.
Yeah, what's the T-shirt look like? What's it say?
Well, we haven't. I'm working with somebody on like a design, so I haven't really come up with like a definitive logo yet.
Oh,
so
we're designing it.
but
guy's parlaying himself. And someone told me you're in talks with Beetlejuice's manager to book appearances.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
He's little enough to throw, isn't he?
Yeah. You could do some dwarf tossing with this kid. Wow.
Yeah.
How about a blank white T-shirt? Like that'd be the medicated Pete T-shirt.
Right.
I love those, and they don't offend anyone.
Right.
You know.
Nobody's reading your chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, listen. Good luck with the internship.
It's good to see you guys again.
Yeah. Good to have you back.
Yeah.
We'll figure out.
Did
what
you
to
miss
do.
us? You miss us on the other days?
Actually, yeah. It's looking forward to coming into work. You know.
Yeah.
Your
It's kinda
mom
cool,
must love us because we get you out of the house, right? It's nice that you have somewhere to go. Yeah, you've been working on your stand-up at all?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any jokes?
I mean, I have this whole Tourette's thing. Like it's cool, you know.
What do you got there? What kind of
What,
jokes?
you got Tourette's material?
Well, it's all improv, but it's based on the Tourette's. So it's just I just
What do you do?
It's
I'll
improv.
I'll just go out and talk off the cusp, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Do a little of it here. What do you do?
I'll just say, you know, I'm twitching. I can't stand up, and oh my God, and you know, the chicks must think I'm nuts, and you know, just sort of go and.
You're already 100% better than Beetlejuice. He doesn't say
And
anything.
he does stand up.
Yeah.
So what do you do the other days? Like, okay, so here we know you come in and we're trying to think of stuff for you to do so you can intern. But what do you do the other days around the house? Like, you just, sit there?
Do like, you know, house stuff.
Like what?
You know, like, I don't know. You know,
I think on those days he's on his own. He's thinking of things for himself to do himself.
What do you do? Like, you just, like, sit there for a while and eat breakfast and...
Yeah, and then I'll, you know, like I said, I'm working on this T-shirt thing, so I'm down with these the guys at the
T-shirt place?
Yeah.
Is a T-shirt that hard to design?
No.
How long are we going to take with this?
Hopefully a long time.
Coming up with ideas, you know.
Yeah. Has anyone expressed interest in the T-shirt?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple of people on that Facebook page who seem to have an interest.
They want to buy one.
Yeah.
Right. They don't even know what it is, and they want it.
They have no idea, but
Right.
but they think the idea is kind of cool. So.
All right.
Yeah.
So you got that going. So you can't spend
So
every
he's
day.
working on his T-shirt.
So I can't spend all the time on that. So other times I'll just go out and do other stuff. You know.
Like what?
Try to
What are
keep
you
myself
doing?
occupied.
Yeah, we're trying to get some specifics, like
Yeah.
what you're up to.
Yeah.
So after the T-shirt meeting, where do you go?
Yeah. Like yesterday, what was your day? What time did you wake up?
Yesterday, I woke up at 10 o'clock, 10:30.
All right, late morning, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Slept in.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
And then
I wanted to listen to the show, but
missed it.
yeah.
Thank God
missed
we're
it.
in repeat.
Then what'd you do?
I took a shower, got dressed, blah blah blah.
Right.
Went down, started this T-shirt thing with.
Oh, you do that on the phone?
No, I actually go into the place like physically.
Yeah.
And,
Put in a few hours.
yeah, put in a few hours, and I actually got to call some chick, and we actually had a cup of coffee yesterday. So that was kind of
Really?
So,
How'd that
Yeah.
happen? About what? What'd you call her about?
I just she had given me her number, so I ran
That
into
midget
her.
girl?
No, this is somebody totally different.
Wow.
Where did you meet this girl?
Well, what happened was I ran into her because she had an accident, a car accident with she got into a car accident. That's what I'm trying to say. So I went over and tried to assist her, tried to help her out, and she was kind of scared, nervous, and stuff, and she was getting all frazzled and stuff. So I said,
She knew you from the show, or just like some?
No, this is. She had no idea who I was.
Wow.
So,
Nice.
So
That's how he meet women. He waits for accidents.
That's a cool move.
and one thing led to another. So
Did you hit her with your car? Is that what
no,
happened?
this is somebody. I was just like walking by and I noticed something was going on. You know?
Yeah.
So you
So I
went and
just-
helped her out.
So I just figured I'd go over and help out. you
Nice
know?
looking woman?
She's cute.
Full
Yeah.
sized?
She's like she's she's slightly taller than me. She's like brunette, so she's kind of cool.
So when she was all frazzled from the accident, you assisted her, and then you said, hey, let me have your number?
Yeah.
And then she said, okay.
Yeah, she gave it to me.
And then
I was
you called her up and said, I want to meet you for coffee or
very
something?
surprised. Yeah.
Wow. And she met with you.
Yeah.
And how'd that go?
It went well, actually.
Is
But
she interested in you?
unfortunately, she just got out of a bad relationship. She told me so she's not ready to jump into something.
Yeah.
You know what happened, Howard. This is like a Munsters episode.
Right. She was shook up from the...
That's right. She got
Accident.
I think she was all frazzled.
Right, and then she sat down with him.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a big fan of yours on the phone real quick because I got to get to Charlie Murphy.
Sure,
but
man.
there's a big
Yeah.
fan of yours on the phone wants to say hi.
Sure.
Hi.
What's going on?
You
What do you like to do?
Your name is Pete, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Ask Pete a question.
So what do you like to do?
Go ahead.
What's up? I don't know.
Like to hang out and stuff and
Exactly. Yeah.
chill? Like to drink?
All right, Pete. Thank you.
What are you into? What are you interested?
Okay.
I'll talk to you later, man.
Later, man.
All right.
Why do you want to talk to me?
All right, Charlie Murphy is here. I got to take a break, though, first. And, that's a pretty cool thing. Pete's hanging out at dangerous intersections and meeting women. It is like a Munsters episode. You know what? Tower TV should do a special where Pete tells the story and then they do a reenactment. And then make it like the Munsters. The girl gets out of the car and she's like, I met a guy, but I'm not sure what was going on. But he called me for coffee. And she goes and sees him. Then she gets out of there. Wonder how quick the lunch was over.
It was just coffee.
Coffee. And then she said, I'm in a long-term relationship, but I just got out of it. And then,
Give me an espresso, something short.
I'm out of here.
Pete, welcome back, man.
Thanks, Tom. Good to be back.
Excited to be back.
Good to be back.
You gotta find something to do around here.
In the mix again. Yeah, exactly. I'm sort of a little. I'm like I don't know. I'm like a show vagabond right now.
But you're answering some phones, right?
Answering phones, you know, pretending to work.
You like that? You like answering the phones, or you'd rather have more hands-on duties?
I like the hands-on, but whatever. I mean,
maybe be on the air some more.
Yeah. You know, I think it's kind of cool. So the whole thing.
Just happy to be
doing
back.
A little bit of doing a little bit of everything around here. It's kind of cool. So you know.
You got a website up, man? Jeez.
I do.
You getting T-shirts out there?
In the middle of that right now, and you know, we'll see what happens.
You're a rising star.
Seems like it's a good thing. What the fuck? Scott Goodstein.
Scott Goodstein?
Scott Goodstein. Doug Goodstein. Wow. I had Scott on my mind.
Do you miss working for Scott?
It actually felt different coming in here the other day because I was like getting used to like going into Scott's office and stuff, and you know, now it's like it's a totally different thing now. So, but you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
All right, thanks, Pete.
Hey, man. No problem.
Hammer in the face, right? First thing. Thanks for that.
Sorry.
Yeah, so I had to do terrestrial radio till 3 in the morning, so it's now 5:45, 6:45 or something. So it's tough.
So what brings you back?
I am promoting Celebrity Rehab 3. Got a lot of stuff to talk about because this group was really intense. It was, you know, Tom Sizemore and 𝗦𝗵cie and Dennis Rodman and 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄𝗿𝗍. So all the people you guys know, I think.
Yeah, we do.
So but they were great, but they were tough, and so I imagine these guys will have questions for me. What do you think?
Yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of things to talk about today.
Yeah. Please don't say it that way. That always scares me. Well, Artie's not here, right?
No, he's not.
So that's one bullet dodge for me.
Yeah.
So, but it'll be fine. I'm looking forward to talking to the guys. I really am.
All right.
It's I go long without talking to Howard. It bothers me. No, really, I like Artie. I really miss Artie too, and I hope whatever's going on with him, that he's doing well.
How is it different when he's not here? Because you've been here.
It's been different. When Artie is here, it's different every time I'm here because it depends what mood Artie's in. But has he ever not been here when I've been here? I don't think so, right?
Oh, so this is the first?
I think. Yeah, I think. Maybe Gary can tell us, but I think so. So it'll just be Robin abusing me.
All right, well, we'll see you in there.
Will do. Thanks.
Dr. Drew is here. I want to talk to him. I was just reading one of those gossip magazines, which I often do, and Dr. Drew had his shirt off on some vacation. And
did they get him with the trunks and topless?
Yeah, but they were saying it's like Dr. Drew is a secret hunk. Did you see that?
Secret hunk?
Yeah. You posed for that.
No, I did not.
Oh, bullshit.
No, I did not.
You know you're
a
secret hunk.
And
where were you?
I was in Hawaii, and I was flipped out by it. I complained to the hotel. I'm like, are you kidding me? Why don't you tell us? You got these guys camped out all over the place.
Hawaii's the worst.
I didn't. What do I know? And my wife, you know, women are about themselves, and so she's like scrutinizing it with a jeweler's loop and pissed off. And
I didn't think you looked that good.
No, she's looking at herself. She's looking at her stuff, and then the kids are in there.
The one I saw of you, there was no kids. It was just
Thank
you.
God. That was Us Weekly. Just printed that one thing.
You were topless.
Yeah. Strange, I was running around all day without trunks either. I missed that part. So
I read that your workout routine is very peculiar to me. You run for a month,
Yeah,
and then you work out with weights for a month.
Hi, Robin.
Hello.
In other words, you won't do both.
No, I do both, but I'm compulsive, and so I started going in one direction. All of a sudden, I find after a few weeks, I'm just lifting weights. I stopped running at it, and I don't even notice it. Then all of a sudden, I'll start compulsively running and doing less weightlifting. It's just the way I'm my brain.
Meanwhile, I got to congratulate you. This season coming up. Now, I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But if you blow it and this isn't a good season, then there's something wrong with you, because you got a group there that's I would think toxic. You're talking about celebrity rehab now, not sex addiction. Celebrity rehab.
Celebrity rehab starts on Thursday.
And I applaud you on celebrity sex addiction. I would say it was probably my top 3 shows this past season.
Thank you for that.
I mean, that and 𝗦𝗵cie. Leave It to 𝗦𝗵cie. Love that. I'm not kidding. Leave It to 𝗦𝗵cie. Love celebrity sex addiction.
Yeah.
This
is the most difficult group we've ever treated. And diverse, too, because we've got Dennis Rodman, who could not get... He's court-ordered to treatment. He's going to go to prison. And you would have thought none of that.
Highly motivated, right?
No, not the least. I mean, so resistant.
He's going to prison?
Mm-hmm. Or jail.
What's going on?
He had another domestic violence and another disturbance at his house, and the police go there like 700 times or something.
Wow.
Yeah, and
is he mentally ill?
Well, I can't say that per se, but his level of the resistance was so profound. I actually ended up getting brain scans on him and showing him that his brain was not working right at all.
It isn't working right.
No, it is not working right, and that didn't matter to him.
When
your brain's not working right, why would it?
Why matter? Why let it matter?
Now, the court ordered him to go to celebrity rehab?
No, they ordered him to treatment, and they accepted it, but I had to be satisfied with his level of participation, and I was not.
So, in other words, you said to the court he did not cooperate. Lock him up.
They sent me a letter from what he'd been doing in Florida. I'm like, this is BS. This is not who I'm dealing with. I don't know who wrote this damn letter, but this is BS.
What was he doing in Florida?
Supposedly some kind of outpatient program, and they're like, he's participating, he's active, he's fully... I'm like,
they were glowing.
I'm like, are you kidding me?
Was it sort of like what Artie was doing for a while, like when he had the 2 cops watching him? And
no, this was actually a legitimate, but like a 3-hour-a-day, 3 days a week kind of an outpatient program.
And you felt it wasn't enough?
I think he schmoozed them, and he got somebody to write a letter that was no reflection of what was really going on.
When you say to Dennis Rodman, Dennis, look, even though this is a TV show and some of this is shtick in the sense that, look, there's a camera on you, you've got to take it seriously.
No, I watched some footage of me going, Dennis, he goes, look, here's my problem. I'm going, Dennis, I got a problem. Here's the letter from the court. I have to be satisfied you're participating actively. I got to write the letter back, and if you don't participate, I ain't writing that letter. And he's like, yeah, sure.
So I'd rather go to jail, he says.
He doesn't even go that far. It's just like,
boom,
whatever.
Boom,
whatever,
out go the lights.
Whatever. Yeah, just whatever. I don't know what he's thinking because he never tells me.
What is the personality affect there? You're a psychiatrist.
No, I'm actually an internist addictionologist. That's my kind of...
whatever.
But...
say you're a psychiatrist. It's a lot easier. People never heard of internist addictionologist.
I know, it's hard for me.
Yeah, that's a new one on me.
Yeah,
that sounds kind of lame.
Addictionologist.
No offense, but that doesn't sound good.
I think you made that up.
I didn't make it up, but it does sound lame. I'll
go ahead. So
just all I get is just deep rigidity and resistance, and I actually.
But what is that?
Well,
be honest.
Well, I actually thought it was autism.
Right.
And so I actually haven't seen an autism specialist when he's in treatment. I don't remember whether this was all a big blur because it was intense. This whole thing was very intense for me, and because again, these people having a good experience and good outcome is deeply important to me. And I had him see an autism specialist from UCLA,
right.
And he thought maybe it was more of an Asperger's type thing that was making it difficult for him because Dennis Rodman can focus like nobody I've ever seen. He literally would read.
Is he retarded, maybe?
No, nothing like that. No, it's not cognitive.
Did you give him an IQ test?
I didn't, but I can tell you he's a smart guy. It's not cognitive. It's more of a... He can hyper-focus on things. I mean, think about it. The world's greatest rebounder. He can focus on something like that.
Right.
But in terms of processing and objectivity and insight, They're just not there.
So when you turn to Dennis Rodman and you say at the end of this, look, you didn't participate.
Oh, he
properly.
finally did.
He opened up.
He started going. But it took quite, literally dragging him, kicking and screaming.
So he isn't going to jail because of the letter you wrote, is he?
No, I wrote a pretty good letter for him.
You said, okay, he participated.
Yeah, he did.
He is not going to jail.
He is not going to jail.
Does he need more?
He had to do 100 hours community service, and we had to supervise him through that and make him do that, and that was hard to get him to do that.
And is he a sex addict? I mean, here is a guy who told me on my show he was married to what I think is one of the most beautiful women in the world, Carmen Electra.
Yeah.
And certainly she could have done him some good, even in terms of his celebrity and all of this. And within days of their marriage, he's in bed having sex with a woman. Carmen Electra walks in on him.
Two women.
Is that what happened?
Two women. Yeah. And she says, what are you doing with these women in bed? And he said, what women? I don't know what you're talking about.
That is a perfect...
Yeah.
That is what's like dealing with Dennis day in and day out.
Right.
You go, Dennis, what's with the green suit? What green suit?
Yeah.
It's like,
well, she said to him, what is with these women?
Yeah.
And he says, they dropped out of the ceiling, he said.
Yeah.
He said they fell out of the ceiling.
That is so Dennis.
Right. Do you like him?
I do like him.
You like Dennis Rodman?
I can't say I was... enjoyed dealing with him at the beginning, but I ended up, and he kept saying, yeah, you'll get to know me, and I did.
But isn't he physically intimidating, aren't you?
Yeah, he is.
He could crush you.
Oh, yes.
Yes, he could beat you
His
up.
thing with me, he actually offended me at one point, because he kept wanting me to be, there so many times during group, I'm going, Dennis, I'm just a person. I'm not some magical wizard. I'm just a person. I'm here to help you. I've got some specialized knowledge. But I'm not some kind of...
Right.
And he wanted to put me up on a pedestal and then attack me. And I kept saying, no, I don't care. You don't want to help, you go to jail. That's your business.
Don't you think he's angry with you because you can't fill the black hole inside of him? He has such neediness, and he has such hunger and so many needs, and has no father. And don't you think he's angry with you?
He wants to be angry with me, I think. But we never had that kind of thing going. But he started treatment. It's funny, we're talking a lot about Dennis. I know you want to talk about Heidi and Tom.
I'll get to that.
Where it's more interesting.
Dennis is pretty interesting.
Dennis is pretty interesting. And he starts out treatment going, I have no family. I literally, I go, what's your family history? I don't know anything.
He has a sister.
Well, we end up getting his mother and bringing her out.
Oh, no kidding.
And she is delightful. And strangely enough, the way we were able to make inroads with him is that we have this woman that works in our facility named Shirley. And Shirley, somehow, she's one of these sort of big, self-assured African-American women who really just doesn't take any grief from guys like Dennis. And she was able to kind of bust his balls a little bit. And he became like a little boy with her, strangely. And she was able to get through to him. And it turned out Mom's name was Shirley. Shirley Ann, which is this woman's name.
Why is it that he said to you, I don't have a mother, I don't have a sister? You don't know.
I don't know. And I don't, right there.
Is this his biological mom or the family he moved in with?
No,
he moved in with a family.
I know. We brought the biological mom out, and she could not have been a more wonderful person. She was delightful.
So what do you think?
She was like, Dennis, you're forsaking your family. We love you, son. You can't forsake your family.
When was the last time she saw him?
May have been the last time when I had a session with him.
And when she turned to him and said, we love you, son, why have you forsaken your family? What did he say?
I'm not sure if at that point, this is where the stuff gets funky with the cameras rolling. He had some resentments towards his sister, and he kind of didn't want to talk about it. And my job is not to out somebody with stuff they don't want to tell.
I see.
Know what I mean?
Is that the problem, though, with this kind of therapy, that because the cameras are rolling, people are not going to get real therapy because they were afraid to open up? Maybe Dennis would have opened up and maybe cried and embraced his sister.
For addicts and alcoholics early in treatment, too intensive a work doesn't serve them. It makes them want to go use drugs.
I was going to ask you about that, because sometimes I think you should get more psychological with them, but you avoid that.
You avoid it. Like that. One of the things for me in doing the sex rehab program, I brought this team together of experts that do sex addiction every day. I don't do that treatment every day. One of the things that shocked me in that was how fast and how deep they got into some heavy stuff. We tend to go, look, we know that stuff's there. 6 months from now, when you're stable, not using drugs, in your recovery, then we get into that stuff.
I noticed on your season of Sex Addiction, which I thought was terrific, the star of the show was a girl who people don't know. She was on my show. This 𝗵𝗵cie,
Carrie
Ann 𝗵𝗵cie. She was on my show. She was delightful. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Then I saw the show and I said, she's a fucking vomit. I mean, I've never seen
she's
a
a
more...
person, when you get to know her better, you don't like her.
I've never seen a more toxic human being. And now you're having her back on Celebrity Rehab.
Well, turns out she was strung out on speed.
Okay.
We didn't know it. She
Right.
kept denying. I kept kind of thinking she was.
Well,
and-
you sort of indicated you thought her behavior, it was indicative
It
of
just seemed like it, but-
substance abuse.
But she was taking Adderall, which was showing up as amphetamine in her urine, and the psychiatrist saw her and said, yes, she needs Adderall. It's like, oh, for God's sakes, if she's an amphetamine addict, we're giving her Adderall. Horrible idea.
Right.
Well, that's what ended up happening. So we offered. She actually does pretty well in celebrity rehab. It's a much more appropriate treatment for her. There's a great case of somebody that can't tolerate all that deep work. They just can't do it.
When you hear that you have 𝗦𝗵cie 𝗿𝗍 and Tom Sizemore, who have had a legendary toxic relationship,
Yes.
do you smack your hands together and lick your lips and go, my God, this is going to be a great season?
No, I listen. All of it is just heavier lifting for me.
Isn't he court-ordered away from 𝗦𝗍cie 𝗿𝗍?
Not that I'm aware of. Because I don't get involved in the casting, right? Because
Okay.
I can't go, hey Tom, you're severely strung out, but wait till the cameras heat up in a month. It's
Right.
like, no, you got to go get treatment right now.
Okay.
So I stay out of it. All I need to know is that they go through a very intensive consent process where they were really clear they're rendering consent. that
Tom
they agree to do
Sizemore
it.
is nuts, right?
Tom Sizemore is severe drug. He's not nuts. He's a severe drug addict.
When you
when
say
he's
severe,
using,
what
he's
does that
nuts.
mean?
Heroin and amphetamine. I mean, really bad.
Is he? So he came to you. He was using.
Oh yeah.
He was.
Oh yeah.
And when he wasn't married to 𝗦𝗍cie 𝗿𝗍. He was her boyfriend.
That was years
ago.
Now you should know that.
And he beat her. Didn't they get into physical fights?
They did.
For that.
There's a little bit of back and forth with them about that. He claims he was exonerated. She claims there's all this proof. They did
they come to blows during
No.
your season with them?
No.
How long is it? How long?
Well, not in celebrity rehab. In sober, they go into sober house too. The two
Yes.
of them, and that's where things begin to unravel a little bit.
Physical fighting.
I end up basically having to move into the sober house.
Yeah, isn't it dangerous for the two of them to be? I mean, it is
I mean,
a
is
little
it really
bit.
good for them to try to get sober together?
Dr. Drew, isn't it a little bit toxic and dangerous to put those two in a room together?
If they were family members or presently romantically involved, we would never consider it.
Right.
It's just not possible. They claimed they had solved their issues. They had no problem. They would be fine with it. They really were very reassuring, and they were most of the way. They really.
How
were
does she
very-
look? She started to do a tremendous amount of
Speed.
of speed and also
Vicodin.
plastic surgery with the big lips and
What I
all
can
that.
tell you is that
𝗦𝗍cie
Heidi, by
𝗿𝗍.
the end of treatment, really looks good.
She does.
Yeah,
You clean her up a little bit.
Yeah, a lot.
Get her out of the heavy makeup and all that kind of stuff.
She's sick. She gets sick. She's a full-on detox, big detox.
What is she into?
Vicodin and speed. Yeah.
Vicodin and speed.
Yeah.
Well, how do people get addicted to Vicodin? I've taken these Vicodin and then nothing happens
You
to
don't
me.
have the gene. You ain't got it.
I don't have
and you
it.
don't take as much as they do.
Well, no, but
I took 2 of them with a couple of glasses of wine, which you're not supposed to do, and nothing happened.
I did the
I don't
same
know.
thing when I had a toothache.
It's a case
I
in
didn't have
point
no
of
toothache. I was looking to get high.
Oh, stop it.
It's a case in point of how the biology of the individuals differ in the relation to chemicals. And for instance, when I take Vicodin, I hate how I feel.
Sure.
In fact, I had a hernia operation and I was supposed to take 2 Vicodin and I kept avoiding. I didn't want to take it because I felt, and the pain got so severe. I started having suicidal ideation.
What is that?
What is wrong
I started
with you?
thinking like I get out of it. I got to get this pain. It's too much. I can't tolerate it. Maybe I should kill myself. Thinking, not
From one
my
Vicodin?
goodness.
No,
No,
from
no,
the pain.
before.
Oh, I see.
And that's how much I didn't want to take the Vicodin.
Right.
That's how bad the Vicodin made me feel.
Have you
I
yourself
better take this.
decided that maybe you should take some drugs to see what it's like, to see what the patients are going through? Would you ever try heroin to just understand what everyone is going through?
And I'm confident I wouldn't like it because I don't like opiates. I feel like hell on them.
It's funny with this show. You got some good. Now you got Mackenzie Phillips.
Mackenzie, who's great.
That's a hot ticket.
Yeah, who
Because
knew? I knew what was going on. I didn't know that it would be such a public.
Does she
thing for
talk
her.
about her father raping
does.
her? I knew
Yeah.
her father.
Yeah,
He's a
he-
delightful guy.
Never raped you.
Never touched me
didn't-
once.
He didn't. Yeah, there was the one rape, I guess. I mean, she talks about it as, when a child gets into that situation, her perception was that she was consenting to it, that she was an active participant.
But there's been some controversy with her where they're saying perhaps it didn't happen, that all drug addicts are liars. Now, I'm not saying this about her.
Drug addicts are liars, but it fit very well what was going on with her.
You feel she's telling the truth?
Yeah, it fit.
You believe her story that her father was having sexual relations with her?
Yeah.
Is that
For
a very
his
common thing?
Very common.
It is, huh?
What?
That's got to be the sickest goddamn thing.
Particularly opiate addicts, they had a lot of sexual abuse, and family members of the perpetrators.
I have said on the air that I believe that there are so many sexual predators out there that, especially in the case of child rape, I believe in castration. And I don't know why this country doesn't talk about it more. What do you think of that?
Well, listen, I've gone through this. You've talked to enough trauma survivors here on this show, you know, all the strippers and stuff like that. You know, these people are all been through that stuff.
Thank God for it. Otherwise, we wouldn't have a show.
Put you out of business.
Now you're against the castration.
I need it. No, but be serious.
And maybe you've seen what I've seen, because, of course, we talk to these same kinds of folks on Loveline that are out there in the community, which is that come... You know, even 15 years ago, 10 years ago, people were like, "Oh, sexual abuse has always been around. We're just talking about it more now." No.
It's an epidemic.
It's an epidemic. And look, and somebody that's a perpetrator doesn't perpetrate on one kid. They perpetrate on lots of them.
And then
the kids perpetrate on other kids.
And it's shown that you can't rehabilitate these predators.
I don't think that's true.
See, he would be for rehabilitation.
Yeah, I would be. And they're always at risk, I'll give you that, and they need to be carefully monitored. But
Fred has this theory that all of, like the internet and the proliferation of child pornography is creating more predators.
We don't know the impact of all pornography.
I
right?
don't understand something with you. I'm going to get back to this season of Celebrity Rehab because it's an interesting cast. I want to ask you about some of the people, but there's something I don't understand about you. I mean, you're a doctor. You must make a good living. Now, I've read where, like Andy Dick, the comedian, you are actually his doctor outside of any television show.
Correct.
That you are considered his private physician or whatever. And that at times Andy Dick gets so off the wall that he calls you in the middle of the night because he's feeling like he's going to do drugs and this and that. When Andy is no longer on the TV show, are you paid to be his doctor? In other words, do you charge him a fee?
Yeah, when he comes see me in my office and stuff, sure.
You do?
Yeah.
So is Andy okay?
So do you have a private practice?
Yeah. But I have two different...
I'm wondering how you make a living. I mean, the TV show can't pay that much.
No. I have two different jobs. One is I have a general medical practice, which I've been doing for 25 years. Then I run an addiction recovery program at a psychiatric hospital.
It sounds very, very time-consuming.
It can be, but I have partners where I basically head teams, and so I can move in and out very flexible. I've spent most of my career building that flexibility.
Wait a second. You do the radio show.
Radio is my primary living.
Does it pay a lot of money?
It's my primary living, yeah.
It's a couple $1 million?
No. not Stern living.
No, come on.
No.
You don't make it. You make $1 million.
No. At one time I did.
From the radio show, you don't get $1 million.
No. But compared
Isn't it syndicated all over the country? How many stations is that on?
On 60, I think 65.
67.
Yeah. But listen, practicing medicine, you're lucky if you make $150,000 a year. That's a lot of money.
You can make $300,000 a year.
If you
minimum
really killed yourself.
You really
killed yourself, yeah. But that's a lot of people hear you talk about that.
I always thought doctors made about $300,000 a year.
It's a different day and age.
Hold it a second. I don't want to hear about a different day.
They can.
No.
Here's what they've observed is that doctors kill themselves to make what they think they should make.
Right.
And so and that number is a number that's tossed around a lot. In fact, interestingly.
So as a doctor, you afraid of this healthcare stuff that they're talking about doing?
No, I think it's going to be a good thing.
Most doctors I know.
In general medicine, I think it's going to be
most doctors I know are very much against it because they say we don't make that much of a living now and it's going to get worse. And you know what? A lot of guys aren't going to go into medicine because it's getting shittier and shittier.
That's true.
You know,
that's already happening.
Yeah, exactly, Robin. And particularly in primary care, it's really bad.
When you went to med school, where'd you go to med school?
USC.
USC. When you're a young guy who's going to be a doctor, that's the mother lode to most girls, right? I mean, you probably got laid like a son of a bitch, didn't you? And don't tell me no. How much pussy, I'm going to be honest with you, did you get? And you're a nice-looking guy.
He wasn't the sex addict.
No,
Well,
I'm not
true, I
talking
wasn't.
about that.
I by the
He
time
has elements of it. Yeah, believe me.
Here's a touch.
Yeah, all guys do.
by the time I was 24, I had met my wife.
Right.
And
how many
that's-
girls did you have before your wife?
Oh, I don't feel comfortable talking about it. I really don't.
Well, I feel comfortable
No,
talking
I
about
don't. My kids listen to your show and
Your
stuff.
kids don't
Yeah,
listen
yes,
to
they
this.
do.
Yeah, well, you become a
What?
responsible
17-year-olds.
parent.
You would
17.
tell them this?
Not yet. Not yet.
No?
I'll come a couple years from now.
But you were a pretty good magnet for women because you had the.
You know, I really enjoyed dating. I really enjoyed it. I like meeting people and going out and stuff.
You must be a super smart guy. What'd you get on your SATs? I mean, you get into medical school.
Well, that was
school did you
college. I
go
went to
to?
Amherst
USC.
College. Amherst. No, I went to Amherst College here in Massachusetts.
That's not so good.
Amherst?
Is that a good school?
It's a great
Yeah,
school.
okay.
How dare you? Go, Lord Jeff.
What'd you get on your SATs?
I think I was like a 1450 or something.
1450. That's it.
Yeah, back then that would get you in a good school back then.
And you went to medical school with a 1450?
Yeah, it was a different time.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
How old are you?
I'm 51.
Yeah, well, but my roommate in college was 6-year med, Dr. Lou Weinstein.
Yeah, but
I
he
think
was
he had-
6-year.
He had he had a perfect score, I think, on the math.
Yeah.
He had
Yeah,
like an
but-
800.
Yeah, I got like a 750 or something like that in the math.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, you fell down in the English.
Yeah, I fell out in English. Yeah.
You don't speak so good.
Yeah.
Can't read
Who
well.
knew I'd be talking
Can't
for a
read
living?
so good. All right, listen. Obviously, you're a bright guy. So you're telling me the radio show doesn't make you $1 million a year. The private practice is making you about $150,000 a year.
Well, that's if I applied myself. Now I actually lose about $50,000 a year.
Well, of course, you're on the phone all night
Right.
with Randy
Right,
Dick. How much
I
can
do
that
a lot of
pay?
other stuff. That's right.
Well, my question is, do people
But
really want to go to a celebrity doctor, a doctor who's on TV?
Well, you know, the people that I treat in my general medical practice, I've been treating for 25 years.
Yeah.
And in fact, I keep my practice open, that practice open, because I am so deeply involved with this group of patients, and I want to keep my employees involved.
When you say you're in a private practice, what is that practice? So you help
Medicine,
people that
general medicine.
Oh, general medicine.
General
In other words, they go to you for my yearly physical.
Exactly, or whatever. Or
So you stick
heart
your
attack.
finger up a guy's ass?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. You like that?
That I do. All the time.
You're like, I got a great job. In fact, I'm due for my yearly physical.
Do you want me to just we can knock it off right here in front of the camera if you want?
Why not? Is that weird when you have to stick your finger up a guy's ass?
No.
Yeah, you know.
'Cause
What are you really feeling for?
You're feeling for the well, first you got to look at the stool, make sure there's no blood in it.
All right.
And then you're feeling for the prostate.
And you put a glove on, I take it.
Usually, yeah.
Right.
Usually.
Yeah, with the
You better
prostate,
do it all the
you
time.
feel thousands and thousands of prostates. You get to know what.
And what do you do?
what's
You
going
put KY on a guy?
You put it in yourself, and then you push. You got to get past the knuckle.
If it's a good-looking guy, you ever dim the lights?
Oh.
I don't dim the lights. I
Really?
play a little
Someone
soft
you look
music, but
forward
no.
to doing this?
So that must be weird. Like, you do the whole thing. You do a chest X-ray and all this?
Yeah, dude.
You think a chest X-ray is safe?
We overdo X-ray.
Right?
There's actually some data now on CT scans and childhood exposure to CT
I was just
scan.
going to ask you about the CT.
Every year I go to
we
this
do it, but
doctor.
We're very cavalier about it
Yeah.
these days.
Every year I go to my guy.
Yeah, a chest
And-
X-ray every year is that I would tell you that there's no great evidence that yields anything. I mean, if you're going to do you have smoking history?
No, I mean, 100 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, people argue about whether you should be getting a spiral CT scan of the chest every 5 years. That may be.
Right.
But a chest X-ray doesn't yield very much. And I was all geared up to be an intensivist. I was heading towards cardiology. That's really where I was going.
I see.
And I started moonlighting in a psychiatric hospital, and I got so interested in the sort of the more global aspects of the human experience that I just couldn't do it.
When you stick your finger up a guy's ass, what are you looking for there? You say the prostate.
Prostate gland.
What are you checking for? Prostate cancer?
Cancer, prostatosis.
Just
yeah.
by touching it, you can tell
You
if
can
there's some
feel- oh, yeah,
cancer?
yeah.
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
feel cancer.
Oh, yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, you can. That's
You
what you're
have
looking for.
felt cancer?
The prostate gland is a smooth. Oh, sure.
Wow.
But it's a smooth, sort of. It feels like a rubber ball.
Is there an epidemic of prostate cancer now? It seems like every guy I know in his 50s is getting...
100? It's not epidemic. It's that we're living long enough. 100% of men at the age of 100 have prostate cancer.
Okay.
Yeah.
But,
a significant percentage at 85 have it.
How do you prevent that? Is it through
the question
diet?
is, should you? I mean, my 85-year-old patients that get prostate cancer, the prevailing wisdom is today you shouldn't even be checking PSAs in guys over 70. because they're not going to die of prostate cancer. It's not going to kill them.
So if you're 50 years old and you're diagnosed with prostate
That's a different
cancer,
situation.
that's a different situation.
Yeah.
Why do guys get it at 50 so much? Is it a poor diet? Out of shape?
Nah, we don't know.
And then when they do the operation, it's hard to get a boner, isn't it?
Sometimes.
Sure.
They have these microscopic ones now that work pretty well. I would take the external beam radiation myself.
You would never get the operation?
I can't say would never. If I were in my 40s and had this, I might do the operation. Yeah.
You're saying you would get the radiation because you want to get a good thick boner, right? Is that what you're trying to say to me?
Hold on to that.
Funny,
Yeah.
that's what I said, didn't I?
Yeah.
Robin, is that what I said?
No, I mean, really, I don't want to give
Your
up my
exact
boner.
words.
I really wouldn't want to.
No, that's right. For a man, it's a big deal. It's important.
What do you do as a doctor? Your guy comes in, patient. You got to give him the finger. You do the whole thing. You put the finger up his ass.
Yeah.
And let's say it smells to high heaven.
Yeah.
Do you say to the guy, listen, you got to practice better hygiene? Does the guy ever have like duty back there?
all the time. But you're looking at the duty. You're examining the duty.
You're looking at the duty.
Yeah, you're
you look at the duty.
You check it for blood and stuff.
God, that's some job.
It's nice, huh?
No wonder you want to be on TV. I don't blame you. I'd want to get out of that too. Good Lord, with the duty.
The one thing that you in medicine is it's a lot of the
What
same.
does good duty look like?
It's not that it looks like you test it for stuff. And it's what,
There's no such thing as good duty.
Here's a guy got almost an 800 on his math
And
SAT.
what's he doing?
He's checking guys' duty. I mean, it's not
Good
fun.
times, huh?
Good times. Way to go. Boy, I'd be rushing.
Better not to be so smart.
You're not kidding me.
But in medicine, it's a lot of repetition. It's a lot of the same thing over and over and over and over.
Has anyone ever moved their bowels on the table while you're putting your finger in their ass?
Oh, yeah, it's funny. Well,
It's
my
funny.
God. I had one poor guy, this is during residency, who not only did he, oh God, he was impacted, and the ER was like, you got to come in here. We put multiple enemas in. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. I go, all right, I got to go see what's going on up there.
Oh boy!
And the whole room got sprayed. Entire room.
He exploded.
Oh my God! Good Lord! I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
In your face everywhere.
Everywhere.
Oh, you Vic.
It was awesome. That's
Who has better duty, Dennis Rodman or Heidi Flice?
I didn't.
You didn't
do
check
rectals
them.
on
Oh, you didn't do any of that. Okay, all right. Well, that's fair enough. I understand that. It's television.
So Heidi does actually very well in treatment. If we
She
get
does.
back on track here.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Let me name some of the names of the people who are going to be on Dr. Drew's new season.
By the way, people always are freaked out that I wear a stethoscope when I'm running around there. That's my primary responsibility, is their medical safety. And
I thought that was for TV.
Yeah, I thought you just wanted us to know you're a doctor.
I'm always like, hey, look at Dr. Drew trying to be Marcus Welby.
and particularly this group is Mike Starr, the former bassist from Dallas and Chains.
Yeah, let me ask you
really
some people
sick.
here.
Gets really sick medically.
You got Mackenzie Phillips.
Yeah.
Tom Sizemore.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Mackenzie Phillips, though? I mean, it's a slew of things, right?
But
what is she addicted to?
Heroin. So at her house,
Heroin.
she had blood all over her. We actually cleaned up her house.
She was an active heroin
all over her
addict?
house.
Until recently. Yeah, she had relapsed badly after her father's death. Remember, she was arrested at LAX?
Yeah.
Bad. But Mackenzie understands addiction, understands recovery. She's had long periods of real significant recovery. So she was actually she actually ends up being sort of abused by the other patients for doing so well.
Really?
Heidi takes off after her because she's sort of the teacher's pet. They start setting her up, and it's really very cruel stuff.
Very childish.
Yeah.
Mackenzie Phillips, Tom Sizemore, he's probably the big star. I mean, he's such wacko that he's
so
probably
sick.
great television.
He doesn't get out of bed for 2 weeks.
Is he worse off than Jeff Conaway?
No.
No?
No.
Why?
Wow.
Different world.
Are you in touch with Jeff Conaway?
I am in touch with Jeff Conaway.
He's doing terribly? He is.
Yeesh.
And Tom Sizemore, when you get a guy like that, it's a gold mine because he's whacked out. He has plenty to say. But you say for 2 weeks he couldn't get out of bed. What does that mean? Depression?
No. Speed crash, and then open heroin withdrawal.
So
he was sick. He was
for
really
most
ill.
of the show, he's in the bed.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's the thing about this group. We have people like Mackenzie who are deeply involved in their recovery. We have people like Mindy McCready who claims
Who
to
is
have no
that?
problem. She's a country music star.
Let's see. Tom Sizemore,
She
Heidi
claims to have no
Flice.
problem, but has a seizure right there one night, has this huge seizure, and then she's resistant, and then you've got guys like Tom Sizemore and Mike Starr who are so sick, they're vomiting everywhere and falling and beating.
Mike Starr, Allison
violent.
Chains. Who is Lisa D'Amato?
Lisa D'Amato was a cast member of America's Next Top Model.
She's super hot?
She's a hot.
Hotter than Amber?
No, different. Young person.
Carrie Ann Paniche.
Carrie Ann's back in.
Did it bother you that she wears her pants so low that her whole ass crack sticks out?
Yes, and again, one of the things that, the magic of editing is that we were on her constantly. Like, we were like, every time we were like, Carrie Ann, change your clothes,
Right.
Especially in the sex rehab unit, you got to, the how they present themselves is important.
And 𝗻𝗄𝗿𝗍𝗏, I don't know who he is.
Joey was in Real World, the guy that beat everybody up, beat some walls down and stuff.
What do you do when you get a celebrity who doesn't talk that much? It sucks for TV, though, right?
Who doesn't talk that much?
Like Nicole Rain didn't talk that much on Celebrity.
She did. I don't know why.
She didn't give enough.
Her story didn't come in.
The guy who was the surfer or whatever, he skateboard guy.
He had a ton of stuff, too. It just
cut it out.
I don't know why they make those. I wish I understood editing better, because that's not my. What do I know about?
That's not your thing. All right, listen. The celebrity rehab.
I wonder if is Drew proud of the results he's getting with these shows?
Yes. Not only do I feel like we're I've always thought my involvement with media was to change the culture a little bit, and particularly what you and I were talking about earlier with the sexual addictions and the sexual.
What Drew is
abuse.
doing specifically, if I may say so, is that he's
entertaining you.
He's entertaining me.
He has to entertain her.
But also what he's doing is he's making it a little bit easier to come forward about your addictions.
Right.
In other words,
you think?
I do. I do believe this.
I hear that other institutions. We certainly see that at mine, that people kind of.
But I meant with the results for your patients.
Which is the next topic, which is usually, if you're doing 20% success, you're really doing very well with a group of addicts. And here we have a group that are mostly unmotivated for treatment. They kind of want to get paid, want to be on TV. And we're ending up with like about half of them really doing very well. And nearly all of them, when they finish treatment, start out resistive. They actually, when they get the question from the press, don't you feel exploited? They're like, are you kidding? I went in to exploit those guys. I wanted to get paid. I wanted to screw up their treatment process. They ended up engaging in treatment and wanting to be an inspiration to other people.
What a lineup you got. You got Rodman.
Yeah.
Well, if you can work with him, you can work with anybody.
You got Rodman. You got Tom. Who's the toughest? Rodman so far out of all the years you've been doing this so far?
No, Jeff is pretty rough.
Jeff Conaway.
Yeah,
sometimes do you want to just kill these guys and just go?
No. Probably in moments, but I don't walk away with that. I end up caring very deeply about all that.
I was a big, I am a big fan of the show. This past season, a lovely woman who worked for Dr. Drew gets fired on the show because,
and
I felt very bad for her because I would have bashed Carrie Ann over the head too.
Yeah, it was awful, but you can't touch a patient.
You can't do it. It's against the rules.
That's a liability that's massive. And it wasn't me that fired her. The institution automatically did that.
No, I get it. She took it pretty well.
Before Jeff
She was great,
Conaway.
by the way. Selma, she was fantastic. Yeah. I would stand behind her in any job she ever wanted to do. She is a very talented woman.
Bong hit Eric. You're on the...
I got to ask one. Before Jeff Conaway, did you ever think there was anybody who was untreatable?
Sure, there are untreatable situations where it feels untreatable, but I got to tell you, Robin, that the thing that I've learned over the years is there are people that I just think, dead. Bob Forrest, the guy that I work with, he's one of these guys. I signed him up. This guy's dead. He can't be in my life anymore. He's dead. And he shows up 10 years later, Bob Forrest, the sober guy. And so you see those things, and you sort of...
Would you take Jeff Conaway again? Would you take him back?
Oh, sure.
In other words, you don't get frustrated.
I get frustrated, but I don't give up.
You don't give up.
And I still... They're sick.
Bong hit Eric, who is doing a bong right now.
I heard it. Yeah, I heard it.
Yes. Go ahead, Eric.
Good morning. Good morning.
Do you want to finish your hit?
No, that's okay. I just finished it, actually. Thank you. I just had a couple of questions. In terms of pot, is it physically or mentally addictive? And is there any way that I could...
It's pot addictive. Should someone go into rehab if they're...
Let me just say, there's no such thing as mentally addictive. Things are either addictive or they are not. And when they're addictive, we know there's a biology that's triggered in a part of the brain called the mesolimbic reward system, where your drive systems become altered outside of your...
Give me the bottom line. Is pot addictive?
Absolutely. Not to everybody, though. You don't like it, right? I don't like it either. I don't like it. Yeah, it was not addictive to you.
What's not addictive? You know what I'm saying?
No. Listen, pot's not addictive to you.
Has anyone ever come to you because they're addicted to coffee?
No, people worry about that because they drink a lot of it. So do I. But
Does anyone come to you because they're addicted to cigarettes?
I do work in that a little bit, but I don't treat that as a separate thing. I just work a little bit in it.
Can
But
you
listen,
treat me, doctor?
I can't. Listen,
treat
cannabis
anybody.
addiction is one of the most significant things we treat today. It's very common, but cannabis strategy doesn't addict everybody. There's
Would
certain
it be
people.
significant enough to possibly be on the TV show?
He's trying to get a gig on TV.
This is how
he
they
wants
get
to
it.
get paid too.
Yeah, well, this is how most of them come in, right? And then we
Go ahead, Nick. You're on in Lake Tahoe.
Hey, thanks.
And by the way, I just want to add one thing. Pot is definitely addictive. I know guys who smoke like 15 joints a day.
Yeah.
And they even tell me, I quit smoking cigarettes. I go, you're smoking pot.
Yeah.
And they're completely wasted all day. And
Right.
They can
They're not
barely
the same
they can barely
person. Right.
function and get
That's
stuff
right.
done.
That's right.
Go ahead, Nick.
Thanks, Howard. I like to smoke a lot of pot myself, too.
Good times.
Yes, Dr. Drew.
Hey, by the way, hang on a second. People want me to be the guy that bums people's high. I'm not that guy.
Right.
You guys want to get
You say-
high? Enjoy. Abundanza. Have a good time.
Do whatever you have to
do.
do.
Whatever you want to do. But if you need help, I can tell you where it's going if you're doing certain things. And when you're ready for me to help you, I'm here.
Are there really drugs that you get hooked on after one use? They always say if you try heroin once, you'll get hooked.
You know what? Some people get that. Some people get that from speed. Some people get that from pot.
Right.
Pot's a
people from
boom. Now,
cocaine,
when they get this, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. That's all they can think about.
But they
from
told
then
us
on.
as
Some people
kids,
from
if you
cocaine.
try certain drugs once, you're going to be addicted.
It's pretty rare.
It's
Pretty
rare.
rare, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Listen, thanks, Howard. I live in California, and so I have a prescription, so it's all
Every patient I treat now has a cannabis prescription.
Right. So pot is
100%.
legal. So pot is legal in
Effectively,
California.
yeah. And what I hate about that is they're using my profession as a way of perpetrating this.
Well,
And
like
no one
Snoop
ever
Dogg was here, and he talks about the tremendous pot he smokes,
Right.
and he says he has a prescription now because he has
all my
migraines.
patients. Why not? That's what
Right.
they want to do.
So
But-
pot's legal in California.
Effectively.
Isn't that crazy?
My
why can't it be
profession
legal?
perpetrates this.
But
Makes
why
me
can't it be?
insane.
But why can't it be legal everywhere?
Well,
I told
I'm
you,
with you
though,
on that.
Howard.
Yeah.
I just find it odd, though, when you walk down Venice Beach,
Yeah.
there every other store
As a bong
is a
head
cannabis
shop.
store.
Yeah.
Well, they were trying to crack down
That's right.
on it, and then they're not. And
By the way, I had an argument with someone the other day, and I happen to agree that there's no way that you don't get sexually attracted to some of your patients. I know you say you don't,
Me?
and yeah, I'm
no,
telling
when you have a sexual response, it tells you something about the interaction.
Right.
When you're with a patient, your bodily based experiences are things that have to be interpreted. You never ever violate the boundary. I mean, if you're having
No,
an
you
experience
wouldn't
like
have
that-
sex with Amber, but I bet you were attracted to her.
When you're having those experiences, they're triggering something in you, and you have to learn to maintain those boundaries. And they may.
Did you have a reaction to Carrie Ann? Did you want to put her over your knee and spank her?
I probably did not about putting her on my knee and spanking her, but
Right.
doing what Selma did, I probably felt like a few times.
All right. That was Rick's question, by the way. Rick, I'm sorry I didn't get to you in Pittsburgh. Nick, go ahead.
Thanks, Howard. Hey, Dr. Drew, speaking of Tiger Woods, what do you think of that new sex tape that he came out with? And could you help Ryan O'Neal if he was out of jail, if you had him in your...
You mean Ryan O'Neal?
Redmond.
Redmond, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he'd be
Redmond
good
got
for
out
the
of jail
show.
and relapsed, didn't he? That's what I heard.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's back.
He'd be good for the show.
Back in jail.
We got to get him on.
Yeah.
Let's address Tiger Woods, sex addict
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. Ruined his life because he you couldn't even possibly physically want that much sex. It's more of a psychological need.
Yeah, and you wonder, when he crashed the car, they found Vicodin and benzodiazepine, like Ambien type drugs. So and he had a knee surgery recently. You wonder if some drugs got really escalated things.
He'd be the catch of the century to have on Celebrity Rehab, right?
Oh yeah, but
we would love to get him on.
But
there.
what a circus!
But what about
what do you mean, what
the
is
whole
circus?
attitude where he was, keeping these relationships going with these women?
Yeah, I
through
know. It's
text
sad.
and-
I know. It's
Yeah,
just,
it was crazy.
That's real sex addiction.
That's the love addiction part, where you get enmeshed with them and you can't let go of them and stuff.
You're right. He didn't only
Yeah.
want sex from these
He
women.
wanted the relationship.
He
the
wanted
love stuff.
adoration. He wanted them to be faithful. He got upset when the girls weren't faithful to him.
Right,
The
he's got to
married guy.
have them.
Yeah, he wants the wife. He wants the girls. He wants them to love him.
Yeah,
Sad.
It's sad. It's
Yeah,
sad. That's
wrecked
right.
his life.
Wrecked his life.
Vagina will wreck your life, guys. I try to tell you that.
You guys heard about the sex tape now?
No, I didn't hear about this.
That was yesterday that they say there's some sex tape that I think the guy from Vivid Video has seen about 15 seconds of, and they're trying to verify whether it's Tiger Woods or not.
Well, what I mean, okay, guess what? The guy's having sex with these women. Next.
Right. Yeah. Let's move. Oh, you don't like this. You want to move on.
No, I mean, what was sex tape, whatever, you know.
Who cares?
Who cares?
You don't want to see Tiger Woods' penis?
No, I don't want to.
As a doctor, you've seen tons of penis.
Tons of penis.
You've had it with penis.
Had it with penis.
Yeah. Do you ever see a guy who walks in with an unusually large penis? Is it crazy? I mean, what's the largest you've ever seen in your practice? I mean, have you ever seen like 12 inches?
No, I don't. Nothing ever stood out, so to speak.
When you see a guy, be honest with me, because this is my worst fear. When I go to my doctor every year, he has to examine my penis and balls.
Yeah.
I know I'm small, and I'm embarrassed. You make a value judgment. I mean, you say, "Good Lord, look at this." I mean, know when you see a guy with almost no dick, what do you say to yourself? Be honest. I want to know the truth.
It's
Stop
like
being dishonest.
No, I'm not. I'm really diligently trying to be super honest with you. And when you're with you're caring about that person.
Stop it. No, you're also a man. You're also a human being.
No, right.
You have to look at like I would go,
even
oh my God, this guy has like no penis.
Are you always, what Howard is saying, this whole well-rounded guy, or do you ever become just the guy?
Like, do you ever sort of giggle afterwards?
But when
and say, oh my goodness, that guy's got no dick.
I could hardly get through that exam.
When we were residents, we would blow off steam like that.
Right.
But not as
when you were in medical school and there were cadavers, would you look at the penis and go, look at this guy, he's got no penis?
I don't remember doing that. We dissected the penis and everything else.
So. Are blacks always substantially larger?
Oh, stop it.
I'm being serious.
Robin,
why not? This is a guy who sees, are blacks always substantially larger? Is the myth true?
Always no.
Do you have any black patients?
Sure.
Not many. How many do you have?
I can't enumerate them. I got a few, yeah.
About 2?
No. Well, sorry.
Where are you, Beverly? Where?
I'm Pasadena.
Pasadena. There's no black people there, is there?
Of course there are.
There are?
Yes, big African
fully black people living in Pasadena.
Yes, huge African American.
I don't believe it. I'd like to know how many black patients you have.
I don't enumerate them, but I do. Several are coming to mind.
And now, in your mind, most of the male patients are well endowed who are black?
It's hard for me to remember that. I don't make a note of that.
I would make that would be the first thing I'd make a note of.
No.
Of course I would.
Well, you'd be a different kind of doctor.
It's not that.
First of all, don't you, when you look at a guy and he's naked, don't you say, he's bigger than me, he's smaller than me?
No, I honestly, Howard, it's almost confusing to me to that's why I can't call up any memories of it, because it doesn't.
I think this is you being the radio doctor.
But I've been
I think off the air you'd say, listen.
No.
This black guy's got a cock the size of a
I've been a doctor I've been a doctor 20 years. You know what I mean? And so maybe when I was a resident or something, it would, if you'd asked me then, at that stage of my career, maybe.
But if you see an unusually small microphallus, you're going to say,
you make note. You go, huh?
Yeah, but whoa.
Yeah, thankfully, I haven't come across that lately. So maybe that's why I'm not remembering anything. Nothing has sort of struck me.
All right. Would you look at my penis now and tell me if I'm normal?
If you like me to, Howard, whatever you need. I don't have a license in this state, so it could go down a little differently. It might be a joke.
All right, one last question for Dr. Drew. There's a big season coming up. What I love about it is these new episodes come right after another. In other words, usually with a TV show, you have to wait a couple of months before a new one comes on.
Uh-huh.
They just finished Celebrity Sex Rehab, and now I'm right in.
I
think
I like this franchise.
Two quick things. I think the first episode is actually up on VH1.com. I think you actually see the first episode. Also, a really quick thing. I'm working with some guys that invented something called an RX locker. It's a way of locking your medicines up.
Gary's buying into this.
Yeah,
did you hear about this?
It's a device that you can lock. At least make the statement to your kids who are abusing prescription drugs like crazy. Because they're free in the medicine cabinet. It's a little locker. You put your meds in. It has a lock on it. So at least
Drew invented a thing called RX Locker.
Uh-huh.
So in your medicine cabinet, when you have kids,
you can lock up the good stuff.
They look like little garbage pails with big locks on them.
Yeah.
And Gary goes, I'm putting this in my house. Dr. Drew just gave me RX locker.
Is Gary here? He said his. He
and I go,
told us some things.
Gary, I said, what is with you? I said, what are you up to over there?
Yeah, really.
He has
So
some
I don't know.
experiences. He'll have to tell you.
He says, I have a few OxyContin in my house. I don't want the kids getting a hold of them.
See?
Yeah,
That's
hey,
it.
product works. Go to drdrew.com for that. One last
there
question.
he is.
I don't know. You're always you're monitoring your kids.
Can you tell the story you told me?
Hey, I said, listen, my brother said that, in the 60s, he said, listen, my mom had her issues and stuff. He said the best shit he got, LSD, no matter what, the best shit he got was out of my mother's medicine chest.
Right?
So,
and then now we have stuff that's 10
But your
times
mother
worse.
had like 50 bottles.
Yeah.
No, but listen, we got stuff that's so bad now that the kids are using it.
Dr. Drew, how do kids get hooked on heroin? What's a way that
If a kid wants to get into drugs, though, they're going to get it.
No, I get you, but why make it so? My kids don't even do anything wrong, but I'm saying why? You know how we were when we were kids. Why?
So you're going to do the RX locker in the house?
Because I want my OxyContin for when I need it.
All right. You don't want to compete with your kids for OxyContin.
No, but it's like why leave it out there? I thought it was a great idea. I have a bunch of other medicine too that's not even bad, but I'll just throw it all in there.
Does it lock with a key?
Yeah, it's like
a combination.
A combination.
It's simple.
I would just steal the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right. I know.
Break it open.
The truth is, it looks like you could break the whole thing up with a hammer.
but you probably could. But you're saying.
But it lets you know
that.
that.
Yeah.
But people get hooked on kids get hooked on heroin now by stealing their parents' OxyContin.
They get on opiates now. They prefer.
Gary used to like have a secret password where he could watch what his kids were watching on the computer.
Hold on, I monitored my kids on the internet. Dr. Drew, is that crazy?
Yeah, no, you got to do that.
Exactly.
But he wouldn't tell the kids.
No, why?
You have to tell your kids you're spying on them.
You don't have to tell them. No, you don't have to tell them anything.
Really?
Why?
I don't know.
Well,
I think
if they're
it's
adults, it's wrong. But when they're kids,
my mother was spying on me all the time. I couldn't take it.
I always thought it was wrong to read the diary and stuff.
Diary
like that.
is a different thing.
Really?
Yeah. They need to have a place that they can express themselves confidentially. I agree with that.
All right, Rob, you're on the air with Dr. Drew. Come on, let's get one last question in before we run out of time.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey, Dr. Drew, real quick. You're checking this dude's prostate. You ever make any of them come?
Is it possible when have you made a guy come from?
I've not. But that's a great question. I had in medical school, a friend of mine had that happen to her when she was prepping a guy for a catheter.
And he blew a load?
Yeah.
Did she still go ahead and
put the catheter in?
Was she super hot?
You got to do it.
You mean she's like, when you say prep a guy for a catheter,
like using like the iodine swab and stuff.
Right. So she has to handle the penis and I guess manipulate it to some degree.
Yeah.
And he got hard and he came.
Yeah.
If that happened to you, would you charge a guy extra?
No.
I would.
Does that make it easier or harder to put the catheter?
Guy starts moaning. It'd be really creepy. Well, Dr. Drew, you are delightful.
Thank you.
I love what you're doing on television. I'm your biggest fan.
I appreciate it.
And I don't say that in any kind of sarcastic way. I mean it.
I appreciate it.
These shows are fantastic.
I hope they change our culture.
I don't even care if they change the culture.
But I do.
I just enjoy
I know you
watching
like,
these.
But I tell you, that's part of fighting that fight. Is they got to be entertaining or people don't watch.
You give me Dennis Rodman, Tom Sizemore, Heidi Flice.
I have to say, that lineup will make me tune in.
Yep, Mackenzie Phillips.
And you know one of the interesting things? You're right, Robin. And what's going to be interesting about this is everyone's going to come with all kinds of pre-existing ideas about who these people are, and you're going to fall in love with these guys.
How is it that the celebrities never have sex with one another, or do they? And you guys
no, they
that?
don't. I mean, we had that one thing with Daniel Baldwin where it started going that way because we're on it. We're on top of them. It's a
Daniel seemed to be somewhat attractive to Mary Carey.
Yeah,
the porn star. How's she doing? Is she?
She's okay. I communicate with her a bit. She has periods where she really gets sober and gets with it, and then she fades out. And she's doing better, I think, overall.
All right. See Dr. Drew on this season. We are very excited about Celebrity Rehab 3. One of my top 5 shows.
Thank you.
And Dr. Drew's RX Lockers, which Gary's in the middle of locking up his OxyContin from the kids. It's available at rxlocker.com and drdrew.com. Dr. Drew, it is always good seeing you.
Howard.
Artie not here today, but I know he sends his regards.
Please, thank you.
All right.
And tell him I send my best wishes. I really have come to have a deep affection for old Artie.
Yes, as we all do. And we will also remind people that Dr. Drew was the first one to uncover Robin's unusually large narcissism score.
Man. We were just healing.
We were just healing. We were nowhere near healing.
Robin's nowhere near
just healing. And not healed. Get it here.
And Dr. Drew wrote an excellent book profiling Robin's extreme narcissism.
Yeah, he's been very good to me, I'll tell you that. That I'm not on one of these shows now with his treatment of me is a testament to my abilities to stay clean and sober.
I hate to disagree with you, but I happen to think he did you some good. I think he knocked you down a few levels. I think you're like a 32 now. I think he may
have increased her score.
And so watch Celebrity Rehab 3.
I still say that this was a setup.
All right, listen, Dr. Drew, you've said enough.
Yes.
You're going to go on a big promotional tour. Where else are you going?
Today's Show.
Today's Show?
Go on there, yeah.
Oh, that's a
Try
big
not
deal.
to mention me and my score.
I promise I won't.
Who's doing the big interview?
I did one before I got here. They wanted to talk about Casey Johnson, and they could please come in. I did Love Line until 3 in the morning, you know, and then I came in there, and I'm going to go do Celebrity Rehab after.
Wouldn't you think growing up rich would be the greatest thing in the world? It turns out maybe it's not so great. These kids all wig out, these rich kids.
One thing I can tell you, one thing I noticed working in a psychiatric hospital all these years, is that the very rich and the very poor have more in common with one another than the rest of us.
Yeah, I'd rather be very rich, though.
Yeah, all things being equal, it's better.
Why not?
But they end up, from the standpoint of the health care they get, the mental health issues they get, much more alike than what happens to the rest of us.
Yeah, she would have been good on Celebrity Rehab, but unfortunately we lost
Evidently.
her. All right. Thanks, Dr. Drew.
Dr. Drew.
Yes.
How'd it go today?
It went good. I mean, you know, it's one less adversary with Artie not in the studio.
Yeah.
You know, Howard is always so kind to me, and I am very appreciative. Really am.
Now you come on to talk about your show and some serious matters, and then is it hard to keep things serious with Howard?
You know, I always know no matter what, Howard's going to go somewhere uncomfortable. No matter what, he's going to ask me an uncomfortable question. So I've sort of learned to be prepared for that, and he's a genius at doing it. To taking you to a place, and because I try to be fastidiously honest, I either am going to answer honestly or I'm not going to answer. And he let me off the hook a couple times, say thank God. So I appreciate that too.
He seemed interested with your practice and giving guys like prostate exams.
Well, that's all stuff I can talk about because we're not talking about specific people. But he wanted to know about my own personal, life and my youth, my sex life and stuff. I was like, that's a little weird to talk about.
Well, you had a good time today, though, right?
I did, and I really do appreciate. I enjoy talking with him. I've been doing radio for so long that when you're in there with somebody, this is going to sound silly, but when you're with someone who really knows how to do radio, it is such a pleasure. It is just such a pleasure.
Makes things easier, right?
It's almost like if you're a musician and you're in an orchestra with other people that really know what they're doing. It's just a real pleasure.
Now, at the end, Gary was saying that he monitors his kids' activity on the internet, and he's going to be locking up his meds. And Howard didn't seem to agree with him too much on that. How do you feel about that? But
that was all Howard's issues left over from his childhood. That's different when you're a parent. Your parent, you just do the job. That's it. Just do what you got to do. So you're talking about young adolescent kids, too. We're not talking about 20-year-olds. Different.
So Gary's doing the right thing.
Gary's doing the right thing, amazingly.
Show yesterday, and the wrap-up show, of course, deals with whatever we deal with in depth, and JD was on there. JD describing his relationship status and, the fact that he had given his phone number to the beautiful receptionist out there. And they were asking him, did you hear any of this?
No.
Oh, it's great. I love when JD's put on the spot and he has to explain himself,
Is he very eloquent and to the point?
Yeah. I heard this in my car and I said, I got to pull tape of this so that you can hear it. Because I know a lot of people are busy at that time of day and they might not hear the wrap-up show.
And they might have missed the eloquence of JD.
All right, let's see. I'll give you 3 clips, okay? Won't spend too much time on this, but it is funny hearing JD try to explain his feelings about women and what he's up to.
I've been accused by the guy sitting to my right, but also others, that you aim way too high when you're trying to land these women. How do you answer that?
I've been told that before. I was told that in high school, actually. But
by who?
by a girl that I liked.
She said you're aiming way too high?
Well, no. She said...
And then she turned her wheelchair around and left.
No. She said you go for girls that you can't get, whether that means they're too high.
But did she mean including her?
Well, yeah, because she had a boyfriend.
But did anybody ever give you an indication of what that level of girl that you should be having is?
Exactly.
Yeah, you could date that girl.
Well, I'm like, listen, I'm attracted to who I'm attracted to. I'm sorry if, I'm not attracted to everyone or something. I don't think I aim too high. I just like who I like. I'm sorry,
right, but everybody you like is really high up.
No,
which is
they're
fine.
not really high up.
We all are like that in our minds, but then at some point you have to, I got a mirror. You know what I'm saying? And I sort of know where I've dated girls who are too good for me. I've dated girls that I might have been a tiny bit better looking than, but for the most part, I try to stay within a range.
Is Gary out of his mind?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Since when don't you know that? What are you specifically referring to?
He married way above himself with Mary.
Yeah. Kind of putting Mary down.
All right. Well, is he saying he and Mary are sort of on the same level looks-wise?
I don't know. Could be he's saying that.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of the other girls he dated. He always dated way up there.
Right.
That was after I started working on the show.
Okay. Well, say whatever you will.
You should have seen me before.
But just remember.
Whatever happened to the girl that used to come over? You would watch movies. What happened to her?
She got a boyfriend.
How did these girls get a boyfriend?
Was she just what?
How did the girls get a boyfriend while they're seeing?
Well, listen to JD. He'll explain.
Dragging you along?
It's all right, it's...
but what happened? Like,
were you supposed to become that?
Right.
No,
like, why didn't you become the boyfriend?
Because I'm not necessarily looking for something totally serious because I don't... I'm just... I can barely handle myself, let alone having to, be a part of a sort of relationship and dealing with someone else.
Do you think you'll ever be ready for a relationship?
Yeah, sometime because I don't know what's gonna happen after this year, and I don't know what. It's just I'm just not in that mode.
So you think she was open to a commitment if you had been?
I just love hearing JD try to describe what's going on internally with him and his thoughts.
I really wonder, because that wasn't a hard sentence to get out. I'm not ready for a relationship right now.
It takes some time.
But he can make it last 15 minutes.
As a guy who's been shot down by lots of girls, I have to tell you, the worst feeling in the world is not being shot down by a 10. It's being shot down by a 5.
So you might as well go for a 10, right?
Yeah, in a way, I kind of relate to JD. I understand what he's saying. He goes, well, if I'm going to be shot down, let me go for the best.
Yeah, but then you increase your chances of getting shot down. I thought about it yesterday. Like, Ralph called in about it. I'm going like, Ralph had a valid point, like, aim for the stars and you might get it, blah, blah, blah. But it's like if you only make $10,000 a year and you go out for real estate and you're looking at $5 million beach homes. You got to be realistic. You're never going to
get a house, right?
You're never going to get a house. So, okay, what's in my price range?
Here's JD, continuing on about his thing with women.
All right.
What's your boyfriend commitments? Like, why? Like, you seem to be taking the shoulder responsibility like a father or a husband might.
I don't know. I'm just not ready. I'm just not looking for something.
So you don't want to be in a girlfriend-boyfriend relationship right now?
Not necessarily, no. I mean, if it comes along, sure, but in my mind, I don't know. It sounds stupid, but I have a wandering eye, I guess you could say.
But you have beautiful hands. Huh?
No, well, I'm just saying, I don't
But
know.
you're like the mother on one day at a time?
You can't commit?
Forget it. Never mind. I put it in the wrong way. And
you mean like Marty Feldman?
I hate this show. I hate talking on these shows.
What do you mean by a wandering eye?
I like a lot of girls, so I can't. I don't know if I could. I don't know how. Forget it.
You don't feel like you don't feel like you can commit because you think you'd still be looking even if you're with.
Yes. Thank
I'm
you.
a player.
You're welcome.
I'd like to be a player, but it's not working out so well.
Anyway, I thought, Ralph called in. I thought he had good advice for the whole crew there. He was saying, listen, JD's attracted to who he's attracted to, and he's going to keep... He's like, what should he do? Go after girls he's not attracted to? I mean, a lot of the guys were saying he should set his sights a lot lower. But why, you got to go after who you're attracted to. That's the way it works.
So what you're saying is that JD could lower his standards and get laid.
Sure. There's got to be some. But you know what JD's going to experience if he does lower his standards? You lower your standards, and then they still don't want you. And that's the worst thing of all.
But you don't
I told
think
you, I went to the shittiest parties when I was in high school. JD, I'm telling you, that's the word. In a way, you're right, pal. I'll tell you that. You ever been rejected by like a 3? I have.
Well, not necessarily a 3. We were out at a show in Florida or something somewhere, Artie show.
Right.
And there were a couple girls that were interested, and the one I was interested in was cuter and stuff. She had a friend with her who was a little cute in the face, but like a little chubby or whatever.
Right. How chubby?
Chubby enough.
Yeah.
I mean, not like...
Yeah, but the thick legs and the cankles and the...
I don't know about that, but just,
Just not right for JD.
Right.
She was like a young Hillary Clinton.
She's just over his weight limit.
Like, you might call her fat, but she's... wasn't necessarily fat, but
like
thick.
maybe 15 pounds overweight.
Yeah, maybe a little more,
a little
but
sloppy.
whatever.
But you like big butts and stuff.
Well,
Not like that,
I know.
though.
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
but she had a good face, like no acne.
yeah. And so we ended up going back to this girl's apartment, and the cute girl was off somewhere, and I was like a little drunk.
Right.
And I was just like, you know what?
You might as well go for it.
Yeah, well, the thick girl was sitting on the couch like reading a magazine, and I sat up next to her. I just went over and sat on the couch next to her, and I didn't know what that. It was like we were just talking about the magazine or whatever, and she didn't really seem to be interested. And I ended up like passing out.
Did you try to kiss her?
No, I didn't really try anything. There was no
chemistry. She didn't want it.
It didn't seem that way.
Yeah.
So
I used to go to.
So what you're saying is a girl you didn't even really want. She didn't want you.
Well, I mean, not necessarily that I didn't really want, but I tried to, I guess, lower standards or whatever. I don't know.
And that didn't even work out. And then you feel worse.
Nothing works out.
Yeah. I used to go to AZA parties. This is where ugly Jewish women go to party. Like the good-looking Jewish women wouldn't join like a B'nai B'rith Jewish girls' society.
This was the UJW.
Yeah, well, no, it's called AZA, which somehow is the B'nai B'rith women, but it's like the little girls. They're not
but
little
you said
girls,
it's ugly
high
Jewish
school girls.
women.
Yeah.
So I would call it the UJW.
And like good-looking Jewish women didn't join AZA.
Right.
They didn't have to. But this was like a dumping ground for every ugly Jewish girl. And my buddy said to me, I'm telling you, man, it's a slam dunk. You go to these, he says, I go to these parties, I get laid all the time. This guy's not even Jewish. And he goes, I just tell them I'm Jewish because they all want Jewish boyfriend. Meanwhile, they're 15, 16 years old, and they want Jewish boyfriend.
Jewish boyfriend.
Yeah, trust me, you're not getting married at 16. And most of these women were built like a female Shrek. I'm not kidding. So I go there. I show up with a bunch of my pals. I guess I was 17. We had just gotten our licenses and stuff, so we were able to drive to this horrible party. And remember, it was like in Syosset. We go down to a girl's basement. It's like bad wooden paneling. Like, she's showing off her finished basement. Meanwhile, it's just shit wood. It's not even wood. It's the fucking crap you buy at Walmart. With a crappy couch and some chips, cheese doodles, this kind of thing.
Hey, that was a finished basement at that time.
Yeah. And I had my cigarettes so I could look cool. You know. Imagine this poor girl's parents hosting this party and then creep like me walks in and I'm smoking down there. I mean, my God. Must be a nightmare. Some big douchebag down there smoking. You know, I flipped my lid if my daughters had a party when they were 17 and there was some asshole down there smoking.
Right.
But, you know, I had to have my cigarettes. And all my friends, man, they were working these ugly Jewish girls. I mean, every one of them was paired up.
Yeah.
Yeah, every one of them but me. I'm standing there with a cigarette. And I'm like, I can't believe these chicks are so fat. And none of them want me. Like, they should be all over me. This is a disaster.
I should be like a rock star.
Did you try to talk to any of them, or were you just...
I talked to one of them. I think it was the girl whose house it was, and she was sitting there alone on the couch. Nobody was looking. She was hey new to the 10th power. And I go over and I'm like...
Why don't you stop? He's painting this picture. I'm sure the girls weren't that bad.
That cartoon I wrote, you know, Howard Stern, the high school years?
Yeah.
That I wrote with Jeremiah. We have this scene in there where I'm at the party and I talk to this girl and she didn't really want to talk to me. She would rather sit alone than talk with me. And I really don't know how to. I just didn't know what to do, and I just went back and I kept smoking, and then I left. Like I walked outside. I was so embarrassed that not even ugly chicks didn't want me. I mean, it was dismal. In a way, you know, I admire you for setting your sights high, but.
Well, it's not necessarily setting my sights high. I'm just, whatever happens, happens.
Yeah. If you could nail this receptionist out here, I don't think...
oh, my God. I think he would be able to get off all the medication and everything.
Yeah.
It would solve all his problems.
If she would agree to be your girlfriend, I think you'd be fine.
Agree?
Yeah.
I want her to agree.
Oh, you don't even care if she agrees. Just be your girlfriend.
Not only is she beautiful, but she's like one of the nicest people.
I know.
They used to have a real vomit out there for a receptionist who never would even say hello to me. This girl's every day. Hi, Howard, how are you?
She makes a special
She's
point
very
of saying
charming.
hi and goodbye.
She's a lovely girl.
Very nice
smile. She knows
smile.
everyone.
Yeah.
So,
what's her story? Where'd she grow up that she's so proper and so nice and sweet?
I don't know. I haven't had many conversations with her. It's more,
she would only
a lot
call.
of passing.
Yeah. I guarantee you she's a nice girl.
Why don't you stop by and have a conversation?
Because he knows he's not going to.
Well, it's also, she's busy answering phones.
I didn't say stay there for an hour.
Oh, wow.
Honestly, I don't blame you. She would intimidate me, too. I wouldn't go over there.
I actually stopped off and spoke to the girl for a little bit yesterday. Was joking about the card and whatnot. And I said, by the way, actually trying to help him out. I go, maybe you're taken, but do you have any friends that might be appropriate for JD? She goes, maybe we could put out a suggestion box or a box that you could drop names in. And I'm like, whoa.
He ain't that bad.
He's not. JD, you're a wonderful guy. You're not a bad human being. You're actually pretty good looking.
Right. You're a charmer.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Any mother would be proud.
Yeah.
I love when you go, whatever. Okay. Tell you what, though, you seem happy since they put you on medication.
Oh, you smile like a retard.
Yeah. You smile like a mongoloid. No, you seem much happier.
Well, I mean, I'm actually here, I've only been here for a couple hours, so it's not like I haven't been here overnight.
Right.
So it's a lot, I've gotten some sleep and stuff.
I haven't had time to think yet.
Are you
on new hours?
Yes.
And you like it better?
Yeah, I mean, it's getting used to. It's, the train ride is fine.
What are your new hours?
I'm trying to go to bed. I've tried to go to bed at 8, but it hasn't really happened. And so I'm like, 9, 10 o'clock, and then I wake up at 3 and get on train about 4.
No. I didn't listen to a thing he said, did you? I don't even know what he said.
Trying to get, and then again on the train.
Was he counting? I heard a lot of numbers.
4.
I heard 3, 4, 9. I had 3, 4, 9. I don't know
22, 64. Hi.
Are you getting sleep?
I'm getting some sleep, yeah.
Yeah. All right, good.
I'm doing okay.
Yeah, I worry about you.
Don't stop.
Then he's on the wrap-up show, and he goes, I can't be in a relationship. Who knows what's going to happen at the end of the year? And I'm like, I was like, I worry about this guy all the time. Like, if I do retire.
But I don't want to.
And some people have even pinned his whole nervous breakdown on me because they said,
they think it's year-long anxiety.
JD just turned 30, which is, he's no spring chicken anymore. He used to be young JD. And now he's 30. And if I leave, what's going to happen?
No, it had nothing to do. I sort of had this problem before, like with the the stomach and the nerves and whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I dealt with it the first time, but this past time it was just, what really freaked me out was coming the train ride to work and having a weird fear attack or whatever.
A fear attack.
Anxiety attack. Let me tell you something.
Yes.
Taking that subway, any normal human being would have
there's
a panic
nothing
attack.
wrong with you.
Yeah, you're fine.
No, I know.
That's normal.
I'm just saying with my head, there's stuff like that. Because I don't think I was even living in New York the first sort of time I dealt with this.
Right.
So, but,
these things come and go with you.
I guess.
He had a messed up childhood.
Well, didn't we all?
Yeah, but he really had a hard one.
Oh.
You don't know it.
I kind of know. I've heard some things.
I heard some things. Whatever.
You had it tough.
I didn't have it that tough. It wasn't.
I'm not going to get into your personal shit.
I had nothing to do with my parents. I wasn't,
Nothing has anything to do with your parents, ever.
Well, I wasn't popular in school and stuff, and, whatever. That's about as,
Okay. It's a little heavier than that. The way I see it.
I'm sure you see it differently. I don't know.
Dude, it's got to be a major trauma. Your mom, found that guy on the internet and ran off.
Well, he was older then.
Yeah, I was like in,
I don't care.
I was in high school.
And that's not even what I'm referring to.
I was towards the end of high school and stuff. So,
I just like bringing that up.
I know you do. and don't worry, my mom just loves it. My mom loves being talked about on the air. I get to hear it every time.
What about King Tonga? Does he like?
What did she say?
She's just, She
goes, I
don't love the Maymeyer family have this speech thing?
Yeah.
No.
All right, JD,
What
I
does your
love you. Don't worry
stepfather
about
think of his celebrity?
He loves it.
I don't know. I don't think he really even cares. I don't know.
Where's your mom living now? Hawaii still?
No, she lives in the States.
Okay.
Somewhere he doesn't know. I'm probably.
She's I know where she lives.
She's on the mainland?
She's on the mainland.
All right.
Did you spend the holidays with her?
That was a whole different. I can't even get into that. I didn't. But
see, I told you had a rough childhood.
Yeah.
He can't even get into it. You asked a simple question.
It's so complicated.
But it had
JD's situation is so complicated.
No, it's not complicated. It's just I don't like. My mom doesn't like being talked about on the air, and that I don't.
What happened on the holidays that you didn't see your mom?
Well, God, I'm going to open up a whole fucking can of worms.
Go ahead. What the hell?
But I mean, my mom knows I love her and stuff.
Right, sure.
But rather, I went to, I had to pay, my dad was like, usually.
Oh, my God.
You would think a college graduate would get this story out. Full sale.
That's the whole thing. So, my dad has paid for my trips to Ohio in the past,
right.
For the past few years. If he hadn't paid, I wouldn't have gone anywhere.
Okay.
And, and my mom was always telling me you can always come to Hawaii and this and that. And, neither of us really had the money to make those trips. So now she lives here in the States. And this year, I had to pay for my trip to Ohio since my dad was out of work. I had to pay for a trip somewhere.
Right.
And I chose, Ohio because that's where more relatives live and more older relatives that might not be around for much longer live.
Okay.
And my mom wasn't, she felt sort of, like I think she felt, I loved my dad more or something, and that's why I was seeing him. And so she had a bit of an issue with that, but we've talked and sort of.
Wait a second. Ohio's where your dad is?
Yes.
Oh, so because you went for the holidays to your dad instead of her?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what is with you? Listen, let me ask you something. I got to bring this up.
Please don't
let me just say one thing.
Just stop.
Why can't your mom come visit you if she wants to see you? Like, what is this all about you having to travel?
Hold on. I know.
Yeah, go ahead.
She's talked about that. She's
talked about it.
She talks all the time.
I know.
Just get on a fucking plane and come to see you.
Well, listen. No one can make all that much money. They got.
No, wait a second.
Things to do.
She got to Hawaii.
No, but that's.
How'd she get to Hawaii?
Got no problem with that.
I don't know. I
do know.
She picked up and she just got there.
I shouldn't have just said anything.
Listen. Your mom picked up and moved to Hawaii.
I know.
Now she's back. The whole time she was in Hawaii, she didn't get on a plane and come see you. Okay, maybe she didn't have the money. I get it. Now she's here. Now she's going to come down on you she could get on a plane and she could get in a car and visit you.
It's the things.
You
with
have
her
a beautiful apartment she can stay in.
No, I don't want anyone to stay in that apartment.
Welcome to my lair.
No, she, with her job and stuff, she didn't have as many days off and whatnot.
Well,
These are called excuses.
How many years didn't she see you?
It's not that she didn't see me.
Well, she didn't. How many years didn't she see you?
It was a few years that we didn't see each other.
So you could understand that maybe you're not going to just hop on a plane and rush out there.
All of a sudden she comes back and you're supposed to immediately go have Christmas with her?
But that's not it at all.
Get her on the phone right now.
No, she doesn't.
All right.
But she is planning on a trip to New York. She said she wants. I think she might be coming springtime. And but she will not be on the show, so sorry.
Oh, come on.
If you want to meet her, it'll be, I'll bring her up one day after the show.
No, I'm not interested after the show.
Oh, sorry.
I'm only interested on the show.
Oh, I know you are.
Right.
I don't. She doesn't.
Will your mom stay in your apartment?
No, I have no. There's really no.
She'll be on the couch.
There's not much of a cat.
I don't know. If my mom ran off to Hawaii and didn't visit me for years, I wouldn't be so quick
to yell because he's not visiting me.
Yeah, I would just kind of mellow out there. Yeah, suck it up.
No.
What about this is wrong?
You have got some technical problem. If it rocks, come on. If it rocks, it's on 95X. I'm Dave Racina. Sports is now on 95X.
Hi, this is Dave Pash, the new play-by-play voice.
I'm Alexis with the 95X Rock Daily.
95X Extreme Radio.
Hey there. This is Jamie. I'll show you how to rock the extreme way.
The Overnight Express.
Doing it X-Man style on the overnights with Chris Allen.
WAQX Manly, Syracuse. 95X.
Presents Real American Douchebags.
Real American Douchebags.
Today, we salute K-Rock General Manager Tom Chisano.
Chisano is a douchebag.
Here's to you, Tom Chisano, the genius behind all of the unnecessary editing of The Howard Stern Show. We thank you and your pea-brain for making sure Howard's best material is never heard. Thank you for pissing away time on your dopey golf game while simultaneously destroying the best show in the history of radio. Thank you, Tom Chisano, for making the man who brings all the revenue into your station read live commercials over and over and over. So crack a cold Bud Light and toast K-Rock General Manager Tom Chisano, a real American douchebag. Anheuser-Busch League, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is Kelly LeBrock. You're listening to the best of Stern.
Call this the activation. Oh, baby, you're so good. Oh, yes, I am the best.
My entire 1 inch is at attention.
Enough. Now, a man who wishes his nose and groin were inverted. Howard Stern.
Like everyone's dropping by the station trying to get on the air. There's a black dude who's been out there all morning. This guy, he was married to a white woman, but I don't mean like just a white woman. He had a white woman who's been in Playboy, the German Playboy.
Yeah.
Naked beauty pageant. Take a look at this girl. His wife's the second one from the left. Take a look at that. Gorgeous. She looks like Farrah Fawcett or something.
Wow, Bo Derek.
Bo Derek. Nice body. Ooh. Let me have that back. I know you start staring at it.
What did he do for a living?
I don't know. But now he's all pissed off because she's dumping him. And she's calling the cops on him every minute, he claims, because she keeps screaming that he's like OJ.
Oh.
And he's saying, hey, how you doing, man? How's my brother? It's a black dude. Old Black Joe. He wants to be known as Black Joe.
Okay.
Old Black Joe. Old Black Joe?
Old Black Joe.
You're not that old. What do you got, the dreads going? Yeah, beautiful. Good. Put on your headphones, man. Get me nervous. How's it going? How'd you get... what's on your shirt? What's all over your shirt?
I'm wet. I'm so excited and upset. I'm perspiring.
Okay, that's cool.
I was out.
Did you frisk this guy, Gary?
Do it. Do it.
Frisk him, man.
I was up at 5:30 in the morning coming here to call you.
Really?
You know, I thought after this happened to me, everything happened just this last 2 days. Totally cold cocked, totally by surprise. I thought of my family. I had to come back to New York and see my family to help me.
Yes.
And I thought of Howard.
Wow, good for you.
Okay.
Well, Old Black Joe.
Where'd he come from?
The South. I don't want to say yet because I got to go to court this week. I don't know
you
what
want to be cool. You want to be cool.
Very careful.
Right. Okay. Now, Old Black Joe, tell me something. What happened to you? You're a black man. You're a dark-skinned black man. Am I correct?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What are you doing?
He's taking off his shoes. I'm taking off my shoes.
Why? Why are you doing that, Joe?
Black Joe.
Old Black Joe, why are you think?
You know, all the people in the South, you know, they have to take off their shoes. And,
all right.
You know.
Old Black Joe, do me a favor. Keep your shoes on, will you, please? Old smelly Black Joe.
You're not going to be here that long.
Right. Yeah, Joe. Don't get too comfortable. But, Joe, let me understand your problem here. This woman that you were married to is...
How long were you married?
She's gorgeous.
That's incredible. 10 years.
10 years. Now, how'd you meet her? How'd you hook up with this beautiful woman?
Well, I've been living in 15 countries the last 10 years.
I'm going to take my shoes off. Hold on.
Yeah.
You want to get comfortable?
Okay, yeah, let me get comfortable, all right? All right. Now I'm nice and comfortable. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay.
If you look through those papers there, you'll see that I have personal letters from the last 3 presidents.
Yes.
Because of
I saw your letters from the president.
Right.
All right. Now,
so
do me a
that's how
favor.
I met her. I was hanging out in Europe with the kids and stuff, and I was doing a show at a big hotel, and she was doing a modeling show.
Okay, and you probably... Did you ever have a white woman before that?
I've been traveling in Europe for 15 years.
Right, you did.
There are a few white women there.
Is this brother so good looking, Robin, that you think that
But in Europe, he's a novelty.
He's a novelty. Okay, understood. Is that what it was?
In Europe, when you walk in Sweden as a black man down the street, the girls run across to you.
Because they can't believe it.
To touch you.
Right, they can't believe it. They've never seen a black man.
That's why black guys who go there never come back.
Right, they love it there.
That's right.
All right, so you picked up the Swedish beauty.
She wasn't Swedish, but a beauty.
A beauty. I mean, gorgeous. I mean, I've never
You've
seen...
been in there lamenting that you didn't go over to Europe yourself.
Yeah. I should probably go over to Africa and pick up women. Can you imagine me in Africa? All the black women would be touching my skin. Yeah, right.
Man, they'd be bending down going, Bawana.
Right, I'd have the best. So anyway, so you come back to America with this beautiful model, am I correct?
Right.
And you're living with her. Where do you live? In the South somewhere? Do people give you a hard time?
Well, no. When we first came back from Europe, we came straight to New York because that's where my family is.
And was your family like, holy cow?
Well, my family respected and loved my decision because that's the kind of family I come from.
Yeah, and they were also probably like, man, how did he get her?
Now ask about what her family thought.
Yeah, what did her family think?
Where is her family?
Yeah, they're dead now.
No, her family is in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
These are European people. She's an only child.
Yes.
And I tell you, I swear to you, if I ever get through this, I'm going to come back here and bring you a picture. Her father looks like Bob Dole's brother.
Right.
Now, I swear on my parents' grave, both my parents are dead now.
Yeah.
I swear on my parents' grave, her father has a crippled arm.
Really?
I swear to God.
Really?
I swear to God.
All right. Now listen to me. Who cares? Listen to me.
You do.
You have a point. No, I do. Listen to this. Yes.
Because if I get through this, one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to embarrass her for lying so much that she, in order to get me to forgive her, is going to be willing to come on this show and tell America how she could do something so cruel to somebody who loves her.
That'll happen.
And then I'm going to ask her one of the Baba Booey questions. I'm going to ask her on this nationwide thing. I'm going to say, I always wanted to ask you something. Does your father, with his crippled hand,
is he able to have sex with himself? I see. All right. Listen to me.
That's what I'm going to do.
You're all over the place. Listen to me. So you're very black. You're black as night. Am I correct?
Old black Joe.
Yeah. There's no white in you. You're as black as they come.
There's white in every American Negro.
Understood.
White man created us.
Right. Exactly.
And we're mad at you.
Right.
Never going to forgive you.
That's right. Right. Now let me understand something. So you had this white woman for 10 years.
That's right.
And all of a sudden, in the last couple of days, she announced that she wants you out.
No.
What did she say?
Didn't go like that. What happened, those parents I talked about, it's a ritual. Every year, they come to our house for Christmas.
Yes.
And every year, the mother cries and the father argues. It's like a ritual.
Right.
Okay? And finally, this past year, I said, I can't deal with it anymore.
Right. You divorced her.
No. Her way of dealing with it was, I know it, they are racist, but they have changed. Mm-hmm. And my question to her was, how have they changed? How do you know?
Right.
Her answer was, well, last year they went on a tourist vacation to Egypt.
I see. That's okay. Now look, so obviously there was strain in the family. Whatever the reason is, the two of you and your wife broke up.
We're talking about it.
Okay, you're talking about breaking up.
Right.
Okay. So
it's not a foregone conclusion as far as you're concerned.
Oh, no. It is now.
Yeah.
Right. So you were living in the house with her, but separate parts of the house.
We own properties.
Properties? What do you do for a living?
Didn't you see that stuff?
Sir, I haven't read everything. What do you do for a living?
Well, right now, I'll just say, I work for the legal system. I make $75 an hour, and I have the documentation there.
Okay, all right. You're making $75. The legal system in big trouble, Robin.
Right.
All right, go ahead. Right. What do you think he does? What kind of work does he do? For $75.
Maybe he's a bail bond.
Bail bonds.
No.
Maybe he's like that guy. You ever see that movie where they go out and they have to capture people?
Right, bounty hunter.
Bounty hunter.
No. I'll tell you this much.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have my papers here, which I can prove. I'm working on a doctorate, and it has to do with mind stuff.
Mind stuff.
All right.
That's what I do.
Can you imagine any woman wouldn't want to be with you?
He's working on a doctorate.
A doctorate.
Yeah,
right.
Okay.
He's an undercover crack salesman, I think. But all right, go ahead. Anyway.
There you go.
All right.
There you go.
I think he works in a coal mine.
That's how I got Old Black Joe, right?
Right. Now, Old Black Joe, show. Let's cut to the chase.
Cut to the chase.
You're living with a girl who's been in Playboy. You're married to her. The whole thing. You have any children?
No, that's another thing I didn't want, and she did. And because of her parents, I wouldn't put a child in that situation.
I see. All right,
If
right.
I was a white man.
It would have been upsetting.
That's
All right. All right. Listen to me. So after 10 years of marriage, for whatever reason, the two of you break up. You're living with a Playboy caliber woman.
Breaking up.
Right, breaking up. Now, she called the cops on you the other night?
No. Here, Thursday.
Yes.
We were having a meeting with the attorneys to do the final.
You understand this guy's premise. He says that ever since O.J., a black man cannot live with a white woman.
No, I didn't say that.
White woman
I didn't say
wants
that.
to break up with him, I guess you're in trouble.
I didn't say that.
Go ahead.
That's not what I said.
Go ahead.
What I meant. Let me say. So we were going to the attorney to do a closing on one of the sales of our properties. Because now, you know, when you break up,
dividing your assets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dividing your assets.
And I explained to her a long time ago. Hey, listen. If I was Howard and I had $20 million in the bank and my wife just met me a year ago, it's half.
It's half,
That's
right?
the
Unless
law.
you have a prenuptial.
That's right.
Right.
So, a half an hour before we go to the attorneys to sign the final papers for the sale,
yes,
she presents me with a document saying she wants the majority control of the money that we get.
You have a big assets? I mean, do you have a lot of money? How much are you worth?
No.
Be honest.
No,
be honest with
Let's
me.
stay on the subject.
Now, how much are you worth?
Let's stay on the subject.
How much are you worth?
My weight in gold.
Now, how much are you worth? Are you a millionaire?
No, I'm not going to. Don't.
Are you a millionaire?
I'm not going to say.
Are you hiding your assets now?
No, I'm not going to say.
Don't you say anything.
Listen.
All right. So anyway, so she presents you with a piece of paper.
And
You
I
say,
said,
so cut to the chase.
I said I wouldn't do it,
Right.
and she said, then I'm not going to go to the final closing. And she walked out of the house.
Okay.
This was 12:30.
Go ahead.
I went back to court to do my business and stuff. Came home. We have a double apartment that we live in.
Yes.
I kept my room. She kept her room.
Fine.
So I go to bed.
No sex. When's the last time you had sex?
With her?
Yes.
Almost 8 months.
8 months.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't fair. I knew I wasn't. If I didn't want to have children with her, I could understand she's upset. So I'm not going to be bumping her every night. I'm not going to do that.
All right. Good.
Okay.
Right.
So
Does she still look good?
She's a fox.
She's a fox.
Super fox.
Super fox.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yes.
So I go to bed.
How come he's got his Playboy model at home and I don't?
I go to bed.
That's what pisses me off.
I go to bed.
I hope the cops rough you up.
You should have been arrested.
Yeah, right. Cops ought to beat you.
3 o'clock.
Go ahead.
3 o'clock in the morning. I'm sleeping.
Why am I talking to him? Why don't I get her on the show?
I know.
I get a bang on the door.
Go ahead.
And, you know, my wife, when she comes in my room, she doesn't bang or knock, but I'm dead asleep.
Right. Who is it? The cops?
I said, come in.
Go ahead.
And I hear a man's voice say, you open the door. And I jump up. I thought I was dreaming.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I open the door. 6 cops rush in with flashlights and their hands on their guns.
You deserve it.
Okay?
Go ahead. Oh, did he say the S word? Don't say the S word, my brother. All right. Don't say the S word. So cops come running in.
Right.
They come attacking you in the bedroom.
Right.
Go ahead. You deserved it so far. Go ahead,
I
yes.
said,
what's going on?
What the hell's going on?
Right.
And they hand me this injunction that I gave you.
Yes.
And it says that I threatened to kill her parents. These people don't speak English and live in another country. I'm going to get on a plane and go there and kill her because I'm mad at her. And said that O.J. killed for less. I still don't understand what the hell
All right,
it means.
so they claim that you said to your wife, O.J. killed for less.
Yeah.
And now everyone thinks they figure you're going to pull an O.J.
Yeah.
Right.
Now you're claiming you never said these things.
Not only did I never say it.
Right.
I work every day with people who got emotional problems. That's my business. That's what
I believe that. I believe that.
And to even think that
you drink or do drugs?
Never. Never been arrested.
And you work with people?
And grew up in ABC City.
Really?
Never been arrested. Never snorted coke. Never smoked a joint in my life.
Really?
Okay.
What's wrong with you?
And I've been in every major.
Call yourself a black man?
Been in every major magazine in this country and in Europe, and you have all the magazines.
All right, let me tell you what I think. You want to know something? I've assessed you. I've assessed you so far.
You figured this whole thing out?
Figured the whole thing out. Let me say something.
Okay.
Number one, I believe this brother. I believe he didn't say any of them O.J. Simpson things, and I don't even think he laid a hand on this woman.
Oh, no, she never said that.
Right.
She would never say that.
I don't think you pointed a finger at her. What do you think of that?
It's unbelievable.
I believe you.
And the reason why
the brother's got a point.
I believe you.
Howard.
Yeah.
Howard.
You don't believe him, but you believe me. All right.
Howard.
Yes.
I
believe just because you're a black guy, you assumed I wouldn't believe you.
No.
I believe you.
I came here because I
can tell what type of person you are. You know what? You're a little hyper.
I know exactly what's happening.
Yeah. You're telling me any white woman who wants to say about a black guy, she can now say, hey, he's like OJ.
And she can get paid.
Right.
This is the thing I want to say.
This guy is as gentle as Sinbad on lube.
Howard, this is the thing I wanted to say. Somebody in here said it one time.
Go ahead.
And this is what it amounts to. I don't know who the famous words were. Somebody who would love you for 10 years.
Go ahead.
And when you start to break up, would do something like that
Corky
for
said
a few shekels.
Right. Did someone say that? Because I want them fired.
No, a few shekels.
Right, shekels?
The few shekels was the term.
Right, listen to me. There's nothing I can do about this. You understand?
Yes, you can.
What can I do? What can I do? I gave a little attention to it.
No, this is what you can do.
What am I supposed to do?
It's this.
Yes.
I told...
Put your shoes on. I smell